We have no warning. We're live.
We are?
Hey!
It's a podcast.
Kyle's there going, we're not live. What? Are we live?
Kyle's eating a pancake. A podcast pancake.
Some floor manager.
So,
Kyle.
Thanks, guys.
in honor of Shrove Tuesday,
Hey, I told you it was a real thing, you
we
bitches.
are cooking up some pancakes here live on the podcast.
We're all wearing beads because it's also is today Mardi Gras? Yeah,
Fat
today's Mardi
Tuesday.
Gras. So I'm gonna take my beads off though because I'm leaning over a bunch.
Yeah.
And I didn't earn these for any reason whatsoever, so I'm gonna take
Wink.
mine off
She
as well.
totally did.
So yeah, Bernie thought it'd be a good idea to bring in some pancake fixins. He's got them all set up over there.
All right,
and,
I got my setup here to cook pancakes.
You guys have been missing out. You didn't know.
I can't even see it.
There you go in the wide.
I used the podcast budget to buy myself a griddle.
Oh!
That's an enormous pancake.
Gavin's always trying to cause problems.
That's true.
She is.
So
I did
this week we have a lot to talk about. A lot we're going to get to, including Gavin has to pay for his lost bet for tennis. He has to lick my shingle diseased
Do I,
leg.
though?
Well,
Do I?
that was the agreement.
Was it, though?
Are they gonna show any clip?
I think you'll realize that if you play back the tape, the bet was for me to lick your leg.
Are you going to pussy out like that?
At no point did we say shingles.
I
in
would
the
not lick adult herpes.
I'll do it, though. I
Chicken
don't care.
pox. I wouldn't do it. No, I wouldn't do it.
bet.
I wouldn't do it.
It's like, it's not going to go give me
No, it's
happy
not that
mouth, is
kind.
it? What's a coleslaw? Is that different?
That's all. There's like 6 or 7 different kinds of herpes.
Top.
Trust me, I learned all about it.
If you
Fucking
get all 6, you get an achievement.
your 7th is free. It's like a little Subway Sub Club
You're
card.
doing chocolate chip.
Yeah, put chocolate
these
chips
are
in there.
different pancakes than the ones that you're meant to do. You're meant to do the thin ones.
This is a pancake right there. It's a normal pancake.
Yeah, but these are like thick Scotch
You're the one who
pancakes.
fucking lifted the batter and made him put a bunch.
No, I
shit.
mean,
We're gonna make our own pancakes. I got a ton of stuff over here. Check what I got here. Can I see? I got chocolate chips. I even have little serving bowls. I got chocolate chips. I got white chocolate chips. I got macadamia nuts, and I'm gonna try something for Brandon in particular. I have graham crackers.
It's Brandon's birthday today.
It is Brandon's birthday today. It's
Happy
another
birthday,
thing today. I got graham crackers and some marshmallow stuff. I'm gonna try to make Brandon a s'mores waffle here in a little bit. So
S'mores pancake.
pancake, sorry, pancake. I don't want Gavin to get upset about his holiday getting fucked up.
Even though he's the one trying to fuck it up.
Is Pancake Day, is that European? Because I had never heard of that
It's
before.
made up.
I guess it is European.
But now we're gonna eat pancakes
I always
because
associate
it's
it
made
with
up.
religion, but I guess it's nothing to do with it. But because tomorrow's Lent, right?
Right.
Is it?
Yes.
Ash
Tomorrow, that's
Wednesday?
what Fat Tuesday's like. The last day before
It's
Lent
your last day to
starts.
be fat.
So you call it Fat Tuesday?
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
call
because
it?
it's like Decadent Tuesday.
Shrove Tuesday?
Why Shrove?
We've had this discussion a year ago. We've done it.
But why Shrove though?
I don't know.
Well, you're
I
making
didn't
fun
know
of Fat
last year.
Tuesday. Explain why you don't like Shrove, or why you like Shrove better.
What does shrove even mean? Is that a word?
I didn't know a year ago, and I don't know now.
You've had a fucking year to learn one word. You can't learn a single word.
We
in a
learned
year?
about pancakes. We're doing pancakes. You couldn't learn your fucking word. No pancakes for this guy.
What's the reasoning behind this, though?
I have to adjust to so much of your culture.
You don't know?
You know, seriously, Gavin, fuck you. Because you're over here making. You tell me I don't have the right pancakes for Shrove
It's gonna
Tuesday.
be like crepe style pancakes.
Shut up. But you don't even
Oh
know
my God.
what kind of pancakes we're supposed to have or what the fucking holiday is.
You are so unappreciative of fucking pancakes right in front of you. Like, oh, it's supposed to be crepe style pancakes. Those are way too thick.
We're getting
Well,
pancakes at 7:30 on a
For a
Tuesday
start,
night.
it's not in a pan. That's a grill.
What?
It's not grill cake day.
You're a fucking idiot. This is the exact same thing. This is a pan. What is the difference with a...
Come on, lick a shingle, bitch. I'm getting really fed up with you.
So what did happen? So the bet was, where was the conversation?
It was on,
It was
not
'cause
last week, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks podcast
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Am I
like how-
revealing the fact that I don't watch
Check out-
podcasts that I'm
No,
not on?
So
I'm a little behind in my podcast watching. I apologize.
I found it funny that Jack went and played tennis because I imagined Jack would be terrible at tennis, and he is. It turns out I'm just worse. So
But you played squash, right?
yeah. that's
Apparently
not
those skills did not
the
translate.
same. Oh, look at it rise.
That's what happens
Oh,
when you...
top.
2 pancakes ready to come out. Just about. Almost there.
So yeah, so then they made the bet, and then they had to go play tennis, and Gavin lost 6-1.
I did.
The bet was to just play one set.
So wow, you lost 6-1.
Well,
I saw the video,
think-
but I just saw like a lot of people hitting balls into the net. That's all I saw.
That would be a lot of me.
So Jack hit less of them into the net than
Yeah.
Gavin did.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And a lot of shitty serving,
And
too.
we played for about 20 minutes, and at the end of it, Jack was panting and about to pass out from the exercise, and it was like nothing happened.
Don't make fun of him. You're the one who tried to kick up and
He
to
also
stand and look
won.
all cool, and you fell backwards.
I did do that, but I'm saying it wasn't really a workout, but for Jack, it was the biggest workout ever in the world.
Well, he beat you.
That
though.
is the shallowest victory of all time. He kicked the shit out of you
did.
at tennis, And you're
I'm
going to say that
really
he
bad.
did it in a
and
sweaty way.
He was tired. Oh, he tried. Smacks of effort, man.
It's like, imagine Gavin on a pro football team. You go, yeah, we lost Super Bowl, but they're fucking covered in Gatorade. What a bunch of bitches. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
You don't have any clue?
There's too much. There's a lot of stopping and a lot of discussion.
You always say that. There's a lot of stomping. There's a lot of stopping in European football, too, because
There isn't.
people
There's only
fucking fall flat on their
No,
face
but
and
the
cry.
time keeps going. The time doesn't stop.
Yeah. A football match, a real one, is 90 minutes plus a bit of extra time, injury time.
You can't say that. You can't say you
real
like it because it
football.
doesn't stop, but it's like a bit of extra time.
It's like 5 minutes. It's not like a
Yeah,
ton
it's
of
usually
time.
like 4 or 5 minutes.
So what is your complaint that when you say it stops?
There's the action in American football lasts in bursts of about 20 seconds.
So yeah, I can see what he's saying. So American football is 4 15-minute quarters. Should be an hour. Takes 3 hours to watch a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so is that what you're saying? So
That's-
is it
that's what he's
that
saying.
the action stops and it becomes boring?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
that you don't know how long
I
you're
just-
committing?
This is what I want to see. I want to see people running with the ball. I want to see people getting almost killed, tackled in half, and fall down over and over again. But this is stopping every time.
Look at the shot.
Oh, look
pancake
at that.
jam.
This is my delicious pancake. Here's this one that came out. This is a, so you got this.
Or alternatively, the
Oh,
barber
chocolate
crotch
chip.
shot.
Can I try a
Hey, what's up?
Barber's crotch.
different kind of
Sure.
cake?
No, I think about 10,000 people just signed up for the video podcast. Who wants a chocolate chip pancake?
It's a little upgriddle action.
Here you go.
right,
Actually, we'll do
let
this
me
the
get
right
a plate.
You
way.
weren't supposed to put it
Hold
on
on.
the
No, he's
plate.
got it.
I got this. Here, take your plate.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna try this.
Oh,
Ready?
no.
It's got to be a wide shot for this. I'm gonna try
Wide,
to
go
flick
wide.
a pancake all the way over to Gavin.
I think the white is the other one. All right, go.
You ready? Here it
Yeah,
comes.
yeah.
Nice! Look at
Good,
that.
good,
I
very
wasn't
good.
even- you can't even see how far away I was.
The white is on the griddle right now.
They could use their
Oh, I see
imagination.
what you're saying. All right, I totally touched it with my hand.
Ooh.
All right, Gus, you're up for a pancake.
All right.
Oh.
Pancake me.
Whatever happened to ladies first?
Here's your plate.
Get some height on this one, real height.
You ready? All right, we're gonna go totally high with this one. 1, 2, 3. Whoop! Nice. That was good.
There you go.
All right,
This is
Gus.
actually good.
Aw,
So far, so good.
Gus.
I take back everything I said about your crappy pancakes.
Thank you. It's actually coming
Yeah,
out of a
Barbara.
bottle too, so I really wouldn't be that
So
upset
here,
if you
now
didn't
that you're
like
eating
it.
pancake, you need to lick this shit or what?
Well, not when you say it like that.
It's gonna go perfectly with your pancake.
You can
Some
drown it with
Chile.
some syrup afterwards.
All right,
Notice that the Canadian is the only person so far who went straight for the syrup as soon as she got handed a pancake.
Gus, it was the first question that she asked as soon as I came in.
You gotta have maple syrup.
Would you like to guess what the second question she asked was?
What's that?
Can I make a pancake in the shape of a dick?
Oh, of
She
course.
asked that like right off the bat. We were in a meeting yesterday, and I feel totally comfortable talking about this. We
Yeah, I
were in a
was
meeting
gonna
about RTX, and one of the potential vendors that we're going to have at RTX is a company that makes 3D printers.
Okay.
Where you just like turn the printer on, it makes something out of these little cubes, and it makes a real object. And we were talking about one of the things that's possible is we might be able to print things on the floor, like make figurines, based on the podcast or based on Achievement Hunter or something like that. We might even be able to get a 3D printer for the office. I looked down the table as we're discussing this 3D printer and how cool it would be to have a 3D printer in the office, and Barb is like this. Barb's face is just like, and I had to go, I gotta stop the meeting. I go, Barbara, are you thinking about using the printer to make dicks? And she turns red as a beach. She goes, yeah, so many dicks.
You're gonna print a dildo.
She's gonna print
He's gonna print.
nothing but
No,
dicks.
not that. Just like to have her in the office, like.
Of course, why
little
not?
statues.
Why not?
Because
Just decorative
whatever.
penises as you do.
Are we set up with a wide?
All right.
All right, let's do this, Gavin.
All right, I'm gonna.
We're gonna have a drum roll
I
or
guess
something.
as long as I'm not gonna get disease from this. That is minging. How was that?
Go. Let's do it.
God.
What is wrong with you people?
Ew, your leg was all shiny from his saliva.
Gus,
too.
what is wrong with you, man? Are you gonna die from
It's
that?
because he enjoys it.
It's my fetish.
Oh God, come on.
All right, there you did it.
Done.
Do you feel okay?
I feel great.
Wait, tomorrow you're gonna have fucking little sores all over your tongue.
It's not a joke, guys. I mean, that's how that stuff.
No, I read. It's fine.
Barney, everything's
You
a joke.
read. Where the fuck did you
According to
read that it's fine
Wikipedia,
to
this
lick-
should be okay.
Where did you read that?
I edited first to say that, but it should be all right.
I read that it's fine to lick my herpes. It's on Yahoo Answers. Is that the worst site on the internet, Yahoo Answers?
Are there any serious answers on Yahoo Answers, or are they all like troll?
What's the funniest thing you've ever seen on Yahoo Answers?
I don't know. Everything, whatever the most recent thing I saw on Yahoo Answers is the funniest thing I've ever seen on Yahoo Answers.
Yeah, I always think that the questions, in a way, are more brilliant in how stupid they are.
Yeah.
More so than the answers that people troll with.
Did you ever see that really famous one? How are babbies formed or something
Yeah.
like that?
I think my favorite one
That's
is
my favorite.
someone wanted to know if they were pregnant and had sex, could the baby get pregnant?
They're worried about knocking up their unborn kid.
Yeah, like if they're pregnant with a girl and they have sex, could then the baby get pregnant as well?
Good Lord.
Of course.
Well, if the baby's a girl.
Well, babies do have eggs, though, don't they?
Yeah, let's gotta qualify, right? That's based in science.
So I was reading, I don't know how I found this. I'm really worried when I see, because the internet's good for tutorials and stuff, like people have problems, they get them fixed out. But tutorials for stuff that's really complicated is disturbing. Like, I shouldn't be able to find a tutorial for how to spay a cat.
No. Did you
Nobody
find that?
should be looking that up.
Did you find that?
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Because I imagine a vet knows exactly how to scoop out a cat.
I would imagine that would be high on the
Scoop out
list
a
of
cat.
things.
It's
that
like
would
day 3 of
qualify.
vet school, how to scoop out a cat. It's like,
Well, you know the rule that you could find a porn or a fetish thing for anything in the world?
Rule
It's probably
34.
the same thing with finding out how to do anything.
It's like, did you learn that? You learned that in vet school the day after you learned how to tell the difference between a dog and a cat. It's like, what am I dealing with here?
Yeah, it was just weird to see it in detail, like exactly how you do it.
I would be interesting to like take someone at a very young age and just don't give them an education, basically just reading, and that's it. And then just they can only learn their whole life skills from how-to videos, and that's it. Like probably they can learn everything they need to know about anything just from how-to videos on the internet.
Yeah, assuming that they're not getting their information from like Yahoo.
Yahoo Answers.
It's pretty impressive.
So I did something recently I've been wanting to tell you, Burnie.
Uh-oh.
This is like the highlight, I think, of my neurosis and nerdiness. I don't know how I even started, but back at the beginning of 2012, I started keeping memos on my phone. So I would keep track. You want the opener?
What does that mean? Like memos of what?
I would keep track of every time and every day of the week that I had sex with my wife.
Gus.
And then I put it into a spreadsheet at the beginning of 2013 so I could track the mean number of days between sex and my probability of having sex on any given day.
Probability?
Yeah, so I would know, like, I'm probably not going to score tonight, so I may as well just get drunk. Or chances are high of having sex, so I'll stay sober.
Are you allowed to say which days are the best?
The best day of the week was Wednesday, but Wednesday was tied with Saturday and Sunday for equal probability.
Why do you think it's Wednesday? That's such a random day to be.
Yeah, I don't know. The worst day was Tuesday because I'm here.
Well, yeah. I would expect Wednesday would be because you're less stressed out because it's
hump
the
day.
furthest away from the
It
next
is hump day.
podcast.
So then I had to.
That he knows, but he doesn't know what Shrove Tuesday
I had to
is.
tell my wife this, and she looked absolutely mortified.
Because you're a fucking freak.
She was
That's
like,
why.
She was like, "Why are you doing that?" I was like, "I don't know. I just started."
So you
keeping
did that
track."
at the beginning of last year?
Yeah.
So how many times
Gus.
did you do it that year?
I don't remember
Yeah,
off the
what
top
was
of my
your
head.
total?
That's the only thing I would want to know.
Total.
No, you know. Where's the
I'll
spreadsheet?
show you the spreadsheet later. It's on my computer.
Why not pull the spreadsheet out now?
Because I don't have it with me. It's on my desk.
You don't remember that number?
No, I don't remember that number.
I would remember that.
You totally remember that.
That would be the only
I
thing
guarantee
I
if
would
you
use it
told
for.
the three of us, we would all remember the number a week later. I can guarantee that, Gus.
Absolutely.
So what happened? So did she find it or did you tell her
No, I
about
told
it?
her. I was like,
Did she?
because I was like, I have to tell someone. Like, I had this thing that I've been working on that I thought was really interesting and really funny. So I had to tell her, and then I had to ask for her permission to be able to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, I was going to say, it seems like the order of importance here is tell my partner for life, tell 3 million podcast listeners.
I was like, I'm telling you, is it okay if I tell a podcast?
Do you remember the story about the guy who fitted that thing to this couple's bed, and every time they banged, it would auto-tweet how long it went on for? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah,
I do
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that. Whatever happened to that?
I don't know. It was really fun though.
That was something that existed?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this before.
Every time the bed would jiggle around for a few minutes, it would tweet the duration of the jiggling.
Like after
And
it
they
stopped?
didn't know about it. I
Yeah.
don't think. Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, I knew about it.
Genius.
Or he just fucking made it up. He's just a guy tweeting on the
Or
account.
just made up
Yeah.
the fucking.
You know, novelty Twitter accounts, or it seems like when it first started, there was a big deal.
Like
there was
shit my dad says.
Yeah, like shit my dad says, and people all the time write me on Twitter and they ask if you follow the Big Ben clock. Why the fuck don't they write you and ask you if you follow
What's
the
the
Big Ben
what?
clock?
Like I know what the Big Ben clock is, but what's the Twitter?
The Twitter account is just every hour it goes bong.
I do follow
For the
that.
correct
Bong,
number of
bong.
hours.
It's actually useful because it.
Barbara, stop it.
It's not that funny.
Yeah, it is. It's genius.
That's one of my.
What is
Well,
that?
not what I'm going to say it.
I'm making a s'mores waffle. So this is
Pancake.
this pancake a waffle. This is graham cracker with chocolate chips in it, and then I'm putting a little marshmallow thing, and I'm gonna mush it over the top. Mush, mush, mush. And I'm gonna give this one to Brandon. I don't know why. I think Brandon would like
Well, it's
this.
his birthday waffle.
It's his birthday,
I mean,
yeah.
pancake.
No, I know, but in particular, I'm making this one because I make Brandon like birthday treats. One year, Brandon, for whatever reason, how old are you now, Brandon? Tell Gus how old.
Brandon, how old are you?
I think he's 27.
He's not saying.
No, it's
Thanks, Brandon.
disgusting.
27.
Okay,
27.
and as a guy in his 20s, he still loves Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I discovered that
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good.
when we were finishing up a RVB DVD one year.
How could someone not like cinnamon toast?
Well, I made him Rice Krispie treats, but I made them with Cinnamon Toast Crunch instead of Rice Krispies.
Awesome.
And it was pretty damn ridiculous, I have to admit. So I'm making Brandon a s'mores waffle.
Do you reckon you could get?
Pancake.
So that's for Brandon.
Yeah, this is for Brandon. Oh,
Hey, Brandon,
God,
come
look
get
at
your
that.
pancake.
I gotta get closer. So yeah, hey, where's Mike Lowry? Get Mike Lowry out here.
Mike Lowry, come get this pancake.
We had an intern before. His last name was Lowry, and so I started calling him Mike Lowry from Bad Boys. And now we have our new intern, who's right here. Say hello.
Over here. To this camera.
Brandon's mesmerized by the pancake that he's gonna get.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Nailed
So
it.
that's him.
Nailed it.
That's why he's just an intern.
Everyone get to know his.
But now I'm determined to call him Mike Lowry because Jordan didn't have his nickname long enough. So
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't realize that till.
That's
till
an
much
insult,
later.
though, isn't it?
I don't
When-
think anybody asked his name until like the
when
last day.
when you get given someone else's nickname, you know you're, pretty low.
What's the nickname for the position?
Yeah. It's a new intern position.
Alan, you want a waffle?
A pancake.
Oh, we need a counter on that.
I'm sure we'll end up with that here pretty soon.
Do you reckon you could shove one of those in your mouth, the whole thing, and eat it?
Oh,
No,
that-
I can show one in your mouth.
Try
Wanna
it.
try that? Here. See if
I'm
you can get it in
surprised
your
you
mouth.
didn't say
Catch it
God.
like a disc in your mouth. Ready?
Yeah.
It's really hot. Oh, let me go again. Let me go again. That was too low. And hit the mic. Sorry for those of you listening to the audio podcast. That sound was a pancake hitting Gavin's mic. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Damn, that was close. I went for force just because it would stick, I thought.
I had to stop Gavin from throwing a balloon into that pan.
Good.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see what would happen.
No. Let us finish making the pancakes first. It'll pop, but then the plastic will melt onto the grill, and we can't. Whoa.
Yeah, that's when you get this pancake mix, it like swells up unless you.
You mean waffle mix?
No, I don't. You actually had me there for a second though.
So have you had a chance to play into the Mass Effect 3 DLC? I know we've kind of talked around about it a little
You
bit.
have asked me to, and I went to go get it and play it last night. But when I went to go do that, I found out that I don't have the discs.
Oh,
so that was kind of
awful.
disappointing for me.
Okay.
And so no,
They-
but why don't we just talk about it because I
came
can
out-
ask you questions about it.
They came out a while ago, so there's 2 of them that I've played.
It's just now it's going to get spoilerish before you start this conversation.
Yes, but they're old DLCs from like August and October, I think. So
right.
people should have played them by now.
I'm not worried about it.
Leviathan and Omega. Actually, Omega was more recent. I think Omega was in November or December. But anyway. So Omega, you help retake Omega with Arya. She recruits you and you go in. You have to like take it back from Cerberus. So it's very.
Arya's the.
Remember, she used to always hang out at the nightclub.
I'm so out of this now. What are the names of the
Asari.
aliens? Asari, thank you.
Yeah, she was the Asari
Okay.
who ran Omega. So you have to help her go back and you storm it. It's very like combat heavy. You have to like throw Cerberus out. It was an okay DLC. But Leviathan was more interesting to me because it addressed some key questions we had always had about the Reapers. So in Leviathan, you actually meet one of the aliens that the Reapers look is based on.
So it's one of the species that they archived.
It's the species that created the Reapers in the first place.
Oh wow, that would make sense.
Yeah, and so they're like giant underwater creatures that look like squid, and they were.
Actually, we should talk for people listening to the podcast that didn't listen to the Mass Effect spoiler cast. We actually like the ending of Mass
Yeah,
Effect.
I'm totally fine with the end for Mass
we're
Effect 3.
a couple weirdos apparently out there. But we
And-
like it, so.
And so yeah, these are the creatures that made the Reapers initially to help them catalog organic life, and then the Reapers eventually became sentient on their own and decided
Couldn't see
the best
that
way to
coming.
catalog them was to
Catalog-
wipe them out every now and then so that they wouldn't kill each other.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
So they just harvest them and then collect them.
And so the original species was essentially they were just going to catalog all the species in the universe, but then the Reapers made the decision to.
Catalog them as well and archive them.
Archive 'em.
essentially. So that's why the Reapers look the way they do, which is what we had always wondered from the very beginning. Because they always said, especially in Mass Effect 2, when they said they were making a human Reaper, we were like, why the fuck are they doing that?
That came out of nowhere at the end of Mass Effect 2. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, they're making a human Reaper. It's like, what does that mean? And it made sense way later in context, but I don't know why everyone kind of took that in stride.
Right. Like, that was a much bigger deal to me than the Mass Effect 3 ending.
What would that human Reaper what would it have gone on to do?
Reap?
Well, what they do is they take, like, the collectors were taking a bunch of humans and collecting them up, and they basically archive the top species, and they turn them into Reapers, so they live from one iteration of this, like, build the universe
cycle.
up, destroy the, or just build the galaxy up, destroy the galaxy, you know? And that's how the Reapers then become, like, this archive of, but that being said, you never see a different kind of Reaper.
No, it's just those
Yeah.
original-looking Reapers.
I mean, I guess they're maybe out there in space somewhere. Like, this process of where they go and they come back, why don't they just hang out until people discover faster than light travel, and they're like, oh, what are these things? Oh, shit, they killed me. And I'm dead. You know, now
It's like exploring an MMO. Like, you get to it, you unlock a new zone, you get there, and you're instantly dead.
it has a skull over
Like,
it.
oh, shit.
But have you ever had that phenomenon of, like, where you're watching something and there's literally something that does not make sense that happens in it, and everyone else just seems to be taking it in stride?
I think plot is the least important thing
In a
in
video
most
game?
stuff. Like when I watch something, like a movie,
Yeah.
it's
As opposed to other things with plot
if
that you
there's
would watch.
if there's pretty giant plot holes, I can easily look over that. I'm way more impressed by visuals and how gripped I am. But if there's like a situation where it's like, why would that happen?
So what
I
about
just go over it. I don't care.
Avatar.
Avatar.
A lot of people knocked it because the plot was pretty unoriginal, but visually it was beautiful. So,
Yeah.
what do you think of that movie?
I liked it.
I liked Avatar too. I don't agree with what Gavin's saying, but I liked Avatar
Yeah.
just fine.
Yeah, you're a
I-
writer.
I
Of
would-
course,
I
you wouldn't
just-
agree with that.
I just wouldn't let a plot hole ruin a movie for me.
Yeah. There's people, well, I mean, a lot of people, you say it would ruin the movie, but there's a lot of people who picking apart a movie is the way that they enjoy it.
For example, Inception, right?
Yeah.
He can't see his kids. He's not allowed back into the US.
Right.
He's a criminal. And on the flight to the US, that's where he has to complete the thing. Otherwise, he'll just get arrested as soon as he lands.
Right.
To see his kids. Why didn't you just meet his kids somewhere else?
Because that's one of the things that makes it kind of odd is that there's rules that don't make sense at that level. Because, spoiler, if you have not seen Inception, you're not supposed to know if that's a dream world or the real world. So there theoretically should be some things that are a little inconsistent, but based on something, like the fact that he can't see his kids.
So the ending is ambiguous as
Yeah.
to whether or not he's actually dreaming at that point.
Yeah.
I can give you a good example of this. So, and this is leading to another story too, because it's my ex-wife Jordan, which I had a really weird thing happen on Facebook, another thing where I posted a picture of my girlfriend, and I guess somebody didn't know I was divorced, and
Oh, no.
like freaked out on that. But anyway, that's
someone
the
that
thing.
you know.
No, just some random person. Yeah, it's just like, anyway, but and it was actually a couple people because it's weird the way information proliferates. But Jordan, my ex now, at the time we were married, and we went to go see From Dusk Till Dawn. God, so long ago, we might have been dating at the time, but it was, for those of you who don't know who Dusk Till Dawn, it starts off for like the first 45 minutes of being like a gangster kind of dark Quentin Tarantino movie. They go to a bar where there's vampires in the bar. The sun sets and out come the vampires. Jordan had no clue. Everyone else knew they were going to see a vampire movie. She had no fucking idea. So the sun sets, Selma Hayek comes out, bites the guy's neck, and everything goes crazy and they're fighting vampires for like 20 minutes. And she's like, when the fuck is somebody going to mention the fact that this movie has completely changed? She had no idea. She didn't know what she was going in to see at all.
That happened to me recently.
What was it?
I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for this, but I had never seen Boogie Nights, and I didn't know what it was about. I had assumed it was something similar to Saturday Night Fever or something of the sort, where they were dancing a lot. And I don't know if you guys have seen Boogie Nights.
Oh, yeah.
But it's all about like drugs and porn and all this stuff. So I'm just watching this movie. I was in San Diego and I was watching it. And I'm just like, so when do they start the dancing? This is getting really weird.
This is a really graphic
Yeah.
sex scene for a dance movie.
So I was disappointed, but I still enjoyed that
That's
movie.
a great movie. I
was
love that
great.
scene with the firecrackers
Yeah.
where they're gonna rob the drug dealer.
God, that's such a tense scene. And it's too bad because Paul Thomas Anderson, you and I went and saw
The Master?
The Master, same director.
Yeah.
And so, what did you like better, The Master or Boogie Nights?
Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
I did not really enjoy The Master, to be honest.
No, it was hard.
One of the worst.
You never connect to anybody in that movie.
Well, I think you do connect with people in that movie, but only because you spend so much goddamn screen time with two people.
It's true.
It's like sitting next to someone on a really long flight and trying to avoid talking to them, but then you're like, oh, you know their fucking life story.
Yep.
One of the worst things is when, because sometimes you have a good film, a sequel will come out and it'll be tossed, it'll be a load of rubbish. But usually it's like slightly different crew, maybe a different person wrote it.
Yeah.
I hate it when the same people make a shit sequel. Like I like Rush Hour and Rush Hour 2. I thought they were decent movies. And then Brett Ratner, the same guy, makes Rush Hour 3.
Which one was 3?
The shit one in Paris.
Oh, right. Okay.
Just really bad and just crap. Taken and Taken 2. Taken 2 is awful. But I think it's written by the same dude. And it actually makes Taken 1 worse.
Someone pancake?
Hey, Shane, you want a white chocolate macadamia? No, you
Alan's
want,
gonna grab it.
you even want the white chocolate one? There you go. That's for Alan.
Oh yeah.
Alan, but can you eat that? Alan's our biz dev guy, and he eats paleo. Don't you eat paleo? Which is, yeah, you can eat it. He's fine.
All right.
Yeah, you know what paleo is? Paleo diet?
It's like the caveman diet.
Caveman
right?
diet. You only eat what like you can kill or pick up off the ground, basically. Nothing processed.
Did you kill that?
I got this off a pancake tree. In the
You mean a
shrove.
waffle
In the
tree?
pancake shrove.
I still want to know if someone knows what the fuck a shrove is or the origin of shrove. Tweet it at us and we'll read it.
Gus has surprisingly good reflexes.
Gus is good at catching. He was telling me the story about the Jose Cruz ball because I was getting caught up on some podcast stories, and he got told about.
I got another Jose Cruz ball back there now, by the way.
Yeah. But he was telling the story about how he caught the Jose Cruz threw him. I knew who Jose Cruz growing up as well, and he threw him the ball in practice, and Gus caught it and had kept it for like a couple years. The most amazing part of that story to me was the fact that someone threw him a baseball and he caught it.
Caught it,
Like
yeah.
I had to ask him, and he definitely caught the ball.
You know, I played Little League. I played baseball from the time I was like 6, I think, to the time I was like 16.
What happened?
Yeah. Is that the only sport you ever played?
Yeah. Like I'd play like basketball or soccer with friends, but that doesn't count.
We got pretty good around here playing basketball because we had a
come
basketball goal out back. We got okay. I mean, it wasn't like him and Jack playing tennis. That was miserable.
Well, we had to eventually start playing a modified version of basketball here at the office because one time after a thunderstorm, the goal fell over and the backboard broke off. So we just had the stand with the hoop up
So you're
in the
playing
air.
netball? So
So we had to play with no backboard.
Yeah, that's
Like,
netball.
Yeah.
it was really difficult.
Yeah,
the
that sucks.
first time I think I visited this office is when you guys had the basketball hoop up, and I played against Jeff and Joel, I want to say. I was kicking their ass. So, just gonna say it. Bring it on.
Did you play?
Yeah.
Right?
I used to play. I played basketball for 6 years.
Man, Lindsay posted a photo of herself. I forget where she posted it.
Real fast, sorry. The word shrove is the past tense of the English verb shrive, which means to obtain absolution for one's sins.
Confess.
So it is related to Lent, I guess, or Fat Tuesday.
There you go.
Nah.
Yeah, that makes
All
sense.
right, so you're saying Lindsay posted a photo?
Lindsay posted a photo of herself in high school where she was playing
Baseball.
softball. Yeah, girls play softball in America, typically.
Oh. Sorry.
Typically.
I
yeah.
don't know that, yeah.
I'm not sexist. That's just the way shit is, dude. Don't put that on me. But in this photo, she's hitting the ball with the bat, and her fucking arm, she's like got good guns,
She's
dude.
athletic.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive, man. She even commented. She goes, "Wow, this is back when I had what did you say, Lindsay? Like biceps, like an arm wrestler or something like that, or a bear wrestler."
A tank.
I'm totally guessing that, by the way. I don't think she said that at all.
Arms like Sammy Sosa.
Arms like Sammy
Sammy
Sosa,
Sosa.
who not many people know wrestled bears, apparently. So,
Most famous bear wrestler. Of
Here,
all
let me read
time.
this here. I want to remind everyone that this podcast is brought to you by...
I've not seen any of Game of Thrones, and it's the one show that I've been meaning to actually
I thought I was
catch up
going to hate that show. It seemed so dumb to me.
Me too.
But I started watching it, like, instantly pulled me in.
I haven't heard of a single person who doesn't like it.
I just need people to show me pilots. Like you show me the pilot for Breaking Bad. I love that show. Burnie showed me Game of Thrones. I need to have someone shove a TV show in my face. Otherwise, I just don't think I'll ever get around to it.
I'm going to do that with a show that I finally started watching after so many people recommended, and that's Archer. And I must have watched like 6 episodes
The
back to
animated
back.
show.
The animated show. It's so fast. The dialogue in it is so fast and just so ridiculous that you'd love it. I've always loved dysfunctional characters just talking over the top of each other, and that's basically what that is.
Do you like Always Sunny?
Yeah, that's why I like Joel, basically.
That's like the podcast a little bit.
Yeah, Always Sunny is back. Have you hold that thought? I want to look up something really quick because we were talking about Mass Effect. I want to see if Audible has. Yeah, they have the Mass Effect books, and then
Oh,
let me
great.
see here
I didn't know there
too.
were books.
They have a
I
lot
didn't
of...
know there
I
were
think they have
books
all the Halo ones as well.
Yeah, I'm looking up the Halo books right now. So it's always interesting to go and look at the expanded universe, essentially some of these games that you play, and Halo in particular, especially if you were kind of wanting to catch up on some of the stuff that took place in Halo 4. It wasn't exactly clear to you story-wise. The books are great. Like read Cryptum.
So when I was at the DICE Summit last week, I sat in on a talk given by Frank O'Connor and Kiki Wolfkill.
Yeah.
I love that name
Greatest
so
name
much.
ever.
Great name. And they
You know she
talked...
races cars too.
Does she?
Yeah,
That's
she's awesome.
so hot.
Yeah.
They talked about that, about building the expanded universe and how you have to weave this narrative that pays off for people well versed in the entire universe, but that still makes sense for people who don't read the books or all this additional stuff. So when you play the game, if you've never read the books, you'd have to explain who the didact is, but if you've read the books, like you relearn who the didact is, and now you know you have to identify this.
And the
this
librarian
character.
too. Yeah, that's huge. And is the first one Cryptum? Is that the first of the
I don't know off the top of my
Forerunner
head.
series? I think so.
The Karen Travis books?
I think that one is Greg Bear.
Okay, Greg Bear.
But it's yeah, definitely read it. Also, I'd recommend too for people who have not yet done this. If you watch the terminal videos that are in Halo 4, they're amazing. Have you watched them yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, that really puts the whole story of Halo 4 in context.
All of the side stuff in the Halo games are great. I love the terminal stuff. Halo 3 terminals I thought were really good too.
Like the Easter eggs in Spartan Ops. Those are my
Yeah,
favorite.
great. The terminals in Halo Anniversary Edition were also
Yeah.
pretty revealing
Yeah.
ahead of
They were really good.
Halo 4.
Did you see that they played Jeff's Easter egg on the Howard Stern show?
That's pretty
Yeah.
awesome, right?
That was really awesome.
He must have had like a meltdown.
That's a life goal for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he loves the Howard Stern.
Well,
show.
he's on the Stern show saying Baba Booey,
Yeah.
you know? And so he's actually, like I said, it was Allison Stroll at 343. When I was writing him, I hope it's okay to say this. She goes, I'm not going to tell you what to write. I just want a Baba Booey reference to something. And I said, okay, I can do that. So I, of course, wrote Jeff saying a Griff, you know, and because it made the most sense. And it got on, and then they played it on the Stern show. It was amazing.
That's
Yeah.
really
Awesome.
cool.
You know, that's actually the second time that Howard Stern has mentioned us.
Because of the I Like Me t-shirt.
The
right?
I Like Me t-shirt, yep. One of the guys was wearing it and came in, and Howard Stern said that was the funniest fucking shirt he'd ever seen. Which is like
Should have sent him one.
the best blurb. Well, the problem is, I don't get too much into this, but the guy that had the shirt on is known for just being super inarticulate. His name is JD. And
It was JD that was wearing it.
yeah, he was wearing
That's
it.
funny.
And he came in, and Howard said, what does your shirt say? It says, I Like Me on it. And I was listening to the radio. I was like, oh my God. And he says, where did you get that? And I was like, they're going to fucking say the name of our show on Howard Stern. And sure enough, it's the most inarticulate guy on there. He basically just goes, it's like I don't know, it's like a internet thing.
Oh, damn.
It was such a letdown,
That
man.
was a great
close.
JD impression as well. It's exactly how he talks.
Well, I listen to the show a lot. I'm a big fan of the show, so yeah, it was a really cool moment to have that.
So I mentioned that I saw Kiki and Frank at DICE, which is in Las Vegas. So when I went there last week, I went with Barbara and Alan, and it was Barbara's first time ever going to Las Vegas.
Sure was.
So
It was overwhelming.
yeah, like I don't think you understood. Like I told you how crazy it is that you land and the airport is right next to the strip.
Yeah.
Like you land next to like all of the crazy casinos
around
and
the
buildings.
corner.
Yeah, and it's like less than a 5-minute cab ride.
Well, that's the way it is for the Hard Rock. Isn't that where you guys stayed?
no, we
No.
stayed down the road.
Okay. Well, the weird thing about Vegas is it takes 20 minutes to go to your hotel, but it only takes 2 minutes to go from your hotel to the airport. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Like the cab ride is so
I
different.
think it's anticipation on your part. You're like, oh.
No, they go a totally different way when they're going to the hotel. Alan's over there nodding. I
Yeah,
know
they'll take the
Alan
back
goes
way.
a lot. Yeah, they take you on the back way, but then when you go, you can look at some Google Maps. When you go, you just go down the strip, take a left, and you're at the airport. So
I think the problem is a lot of times the strip has bad traffic. When we landed, actually, this is the first time I've ever been to Vegas, where when we landed, going from the airport to our hotel, they drove right down the strip.
There's also nobody in the taxi line at the airport. when
Yeah,
we were there.
that was really
We
bizarre.
just
But we
walked
landed
into
like on
it.
a Tuesday at like 3 p.m.,
Yeah,
so it's
that's
not
true.
like a
Middle of
prime
the day.
time.
But I had never experienced anything like Vegas where it's just like a giant tourist attraction. Everywhere you go, everyone's happy and on vacation and
Most people are
drunk.
happy.
Most people are happy. Some people in casinos are not so happy.
if you have a bad time in Vegas, you're having a bad time.
Yeah.
I had
mean,
a great time in
We
Vegas.
we taught Barbara how to play craps, and she was at the table all fucking night.
Yeah.
Like I was like exhausted. I was like, I'm going to bed, Barbara. I can't stay up anymore. She's like, all right, I'm going to keep playing.
At one point, me and Gus were playing, and he was the shooter, and I was up, I think $500, and I was like, Gus, I've never said this to you
Shane?
before, but I love you.
Yeah, yeah. You had a really great run there.
Yeah.
So did you end on?
There you go. Thanks, dude.
So I won a lot of money, and then I lost some, and then I won some, and then I lost some again, and I ended the trip by breaking even. So what I hear, that's actually very good for your first trip in Vegas.
Yeah.
I would.
Because I went in expecting
Well, think
to
about it this way:
lose.
you got all that entertainment and fun, and it didn't cost you.
I did, and there was a guy at one of the craps tables we were at
There always is.
who I think Not just saying this to be narcissistic. I think he was in love with me.
Yeah, that guy would not stop like looking at you and talking to you.
Yeah.
We called him Perm Guy.
Not to be narcissistic though. He was in love with her.
At one point, Gus was like, Barbara and that guy sitting in the street.
Barbara, that guy.
Yeah. It was before we dubbed him Perm Guy. I was calling him that guy.
So what was it? Why didn't it work out for you two? The perm?
Opposite ends of the table.
Yeah.
He was playing the pass line. He was
Not
playing the
enough
don't pass.
Twitter followers.
He was, shut the fuck up. I'm so sick of this. He was one of those typical Vegas guys who you could tell was just a huge douchebag. Also, he was smoking, which...
You guys didn't tell him what you do for a living, did you? Because he's probably watching right now.
No, I didn't know.
See, I never get attention like that unless it's from dudes. Do you ever get that? Do you ever get attention from guys?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Like
but I like
people-
you
like
guys
guys that are
pick your
attracted
looks.
to you.
Gavin, just look at our female fan base. They're all in love with you. Come on.
Yeah, I don't meet any of these people.
Well, you're going to,
The only people that hit
RTX.
on me are dudes. I was on set once. We were on a cooking show, and it was like a 3-month shoot. This guy was cooking all these recipes and doing the talking, but I only had to do the slow motion, so I was in there for 2 days, and the camera was in the front of him while he was like flipping pancakes and stuff like this.
He's gonna fix your mic. They're gonna fix Gavin's mic.
I will continue the story.
We have a little whiteboard that's off screen, and they're yelling at Gavin via the whiteboard right now.
Point your mic at your face. Thanks. So the camera is looking at him, and I'm attached to the camera with a cable, looking at what the camera sees, but I'm off to the side. So I'm like focusing the camera and then seeing if the shot's are right, and then he's flipping the pancake. But in between all the takes, he was always looking to the side on the screen. I was like, what is he looking? Oh, he's looking at me. So he didn't know I could see what the camera was seeing, because I guess he didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I could just see him whenever we were between takes. He was just staring at me. And then at lunch, the director came over and said that this TV chef, he's got a real thing for you. He's a big fan.
A big fan.
And apparently, this
something.
chef, he's probably like 50. He goes up to the director and goes, "Who's that young man? He's beautiful." And I was like,
Wow.
And then it all made sense, because in between takes as well, he would like cook me up these little nibbles and stuff. He'd be like, "What do you think of this one?" I'd be like, "Well, it's great." And I was just waffling it down. And I didn't realize it was flirting until it was too late.
Until it was too late.
Yeah, and like it was already.
Like you couldn't do anything about it.
too late.
You're like gone home. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, so-
I could have treated
I
you
lost my
this.
chance.
So he was already in love with me at this point, and I could see that he was staring at me, so it was pretty obvious at that point. Anyway, so I'm only there for 2 days, but the whole shoot is 3 months long.
Why? What the hell kind of shoot was 3 months long?
I don't know, they did a ton of episodes where he was,
I see,
and then
okay.
they shoot all around the world, like he was in
They're shooting
Italy
a
and
cooking
stuff.
feature.
Yeah, there was actually time slice on this cooking show. Like he would flip a pancake, it would whoosh around him in bullet time, and then our slow-mo camera would
That's
pick it up.
not
in the middle.
true.
Yeah, it's true. It was a pretty high budget cooking show. Anyway, so this was this guy's first time being on TV. He's known among all the TV chefs as like one of the best cooks, but he's kind of nervous in front of the camera. So every time, this is after I left because I was only there 2 days.
Was he a
So-
good kisser?
He was he was doing all these recipes, but apparently they couldn't get him to look up at the camera enough, because he would always talk and like look down and they're like, "We need you to look into the lens."
You
like
should
you're
have been
talking to
standing
us."
by the camera. He would have looked up all the time.
So the producer went online and went onto my Facebook and
No.
printed out my profile picture and taped it to the matte box on the top of the camera to get him to look to the thing, which I thought was a pretty funny story.
That's
The
pretty
whole shoot.
ridiculous, dude. You
Wow.
were used. Did you get extra salary for that?
No. And about 6 or 7 months later, this was probably Christmas time, someone got my mum his cookbook,
Are you
which
serious?
had just come out. I was like, that's pretty weird.
You're like, that's the dude I banged on set.
And in the front page of the book, he's got all his thanks and stuff. So it's like, thanks to the lighting guy, Billy. And these are all people who have been on set with him for 3 months. It's like an experience for them. And he lists all these names, and at the end it just says, "and Gavin."
And Gavin.
I got a
My
picture.
rock.
It
So,
was-
did he butter your muffin?
He buttered all of my muffins.
So do you find that a lot of
Thanks, Lindsay.
gay guys are attracted to you?
Yeah, it's always on set. There's a lot
Nah,
of gay dudes
bullshit.
on set. There was
Bullshit.
once-
That's you projecting.
Yeah, that's
That's
projection.
That's totally you
absolutely
projecting.
was-
That's something the straight guys do all the time. We're like, oh, it's a gay guy. He must be in love with me.
There was once a gay medic on set, and he was, doing the. Once again, didn't know he was flirting. I'd been confused, and then he started testing out all his ambulance equipment on me. He was like, "Hey, look, go lean on this thing," and he was just like strapping me to the emergency stretcher and stuff. I
You're
was
put
like,
on this mask, breathe deep.
Yeah. Let me practice CPR on you.
"Yeah, it's weird. I get a lot of dude attention."
So what's he practicing on you with ambulance equipment?
I don't know. We were just.
You don't know.
they're-
Didn't bother to ask.
No.
He's gonna do a medical procedure on me. Whatever.
I went
They're
from
playing
like.
doctor.
I had to go and get a cable. I gave the cable, and he was like, "Come over here." And all of a sudden, I'm strapped to stretcher that's being like wheeled out the back of an ambulance. And I was like, what am I doing? How did I get into this situation?
I'm going to ask the same thing.
You can't even tell us how you got into this situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I just agreed to stuff. It's weird.
I just agree with stuff. It's weird. I think an ex-girlfriend who said that.
I have a friend. I have a friend who watches all like Rooster Teeth stuff, podcasts and everything, and she goes, "Man, Gavin must get a lot of action in the States." And I'm like, "Yeah, he doesn't really hit on anyone. He doesn't really go out. He's kind of shy." And they're like, "No way." She's like, "Yeah, he doesn't want to, go out and ask a girl out unless he's full of bevs."
Girls are scary. They're terrifying.
Well, we have established Gavin's MO, which is highest possible results with the least amount of effort put forward as possible.
You have to weigh it up. I have spreadsheets of my own.
How's Wednesday look for you? How's that
Really, really bad.
Gus, that's really something's wrong with that. So like, would you update this weekly or would you?
No, daily.
Like nightly? Like, would you wait till the next day to update?
Yeah.
After she's asleep, you just be like,
Gus, can I ask you a question? How detailed was an event? Was it a checkbox?
No, it was just like a binary, 1 or 0, yes or no.
That's it.
Yeah.
So can I see this?
insertion or not?
Right. Does that qualify? Like, is there like a thing where it's like a level that you're not counting it as sex? Because trust me, let me tell you, she counted every time. That it doesn't matter what level you hit at.
It's either happening or it's not. I don't know. I think it's pretty clear.
So you think for a girl keeping the same spreadsheet, that like a blowy would be a 1?
You
yeah,
basically
in his case,
you
yeah.
you mark the spreadsheet if you spread your cheeks.
Nice.
Just wanted to work the word spread
Classic.
in there.
So
All class. all the time.
so you'd wait till the next day and you'd update, like where? Would you update at work?
Whenever. It's on my phone. I kept it, like I said, on a memo.
My lord. Yeah, why do you do that? Like, do you consider
It's on your phone.
It was. I deleted it. I only did it for 2012.
You deleted it?
only for 2012?
Yeah. Because I was like, I went in 1 year worth of data.
You should do it again for 2013.
You didn't
to see
delete.
if
You didn't
it
delete.
approves.
You
I
didn't delete
did.
anything.
I did because I wanted to make sure
Give me your
that
goddamn phone.
yeah, this is
Give me your goddamn phone.
I deleted it.
Give it to me. And it's, what are you recording this on? You're recording it on like Notepad?
Yeah.
Bullshit. This is bullshit. Because that's not, you wouldn't be able to process that data. That's not good enough for you.
I copy. Well, you can copy and paste it. Copy and paste it into Excel using a space delimiter. Oh, who's full of shit now?
Are you proud of this? Are you really working that angle?
Absolutely. You're the one calling me a liar. It's that's the way it is.
No, I'm calling you weird. I'm not calling you a
I'm not
liar.
finding
Very
that.
So were you disappointed if Wednesday was coming up and you're like, and it didn't happen? Were you like,
No, it's all probability. I know.
I want someone to
No, I'm still.
eat a
I'm
s'mores
drinking
waffle
beers.
on camera. I want to see what that's good or not. It's a pancake. God damn it.
You know this. I hope there's a drinking game going on between the watchers right now. Every time you say waffle instead of pancake.
Oh my god. I hope so too, because everyone's drunk by now.
So, do we have any other funny stories from Vegas? We went to that sushi samba place and had the most delicious Kobe beef, I think.
So, well, even before we get to that, we went to this new steakhouse.
yeah,
It's like right next to the
She.
Aria. It's called She. It's run by the people who do Morton Steakhouse. And so they sell steaks, but they also have like a runway platform through the middle of the restaurant. And they have girls come up in costumes and like model and dance.
They dance for about 30 minutes each.
And then they like go off stage, change, and another girl comes on and like models and dances. It's
They
like,
stare at you too.
yeah, they really like,
If they catch your eye and you're looking at them,
they will like
They
stare
don't
you
stop
down. They
looking
mad
at you.
dog you.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
That is kind of strange. Meat, steak, and women. Right?
it went well.
It did?
Yeah, I think at one point Alan said like, this is very appetizing meat and this is very appetizing meat.
Take it easy.
Calm down.
Everybody calm down. You don't need to go telling people what people said. that's not what the podcast is
I
about.
said it, I'm just kidding.
Everybody take it easy. How many Twitter followers do they have? I went to a cool bar that was at Caesars, I think. And it was a bar where they had shadow dancers. You saw that place, didn't you? Man, I was in Vegas, I think I felt like 2 or 3 weeks.
yeah.
Because we went for New Year's, and Gavin and I went with Dan from Slow Mo Guys, Dan Gushy.
Dan the man.
Did we tell the story about how Dan can't order food?
Yeah.
Good fucking idiot. Very lovable idiot. I refused to take the money too. I returned the money. Dan, if Gavin did not give you back the money for those drinks, he took it.
How am I going to give him? I'm 6,000 miles away from
Truth
it.
comes out. Truth comes out. You could have mailed it to him.
Yeah.
Transfer
PayPal.
funds.
PayPal.
This is very good, by the way.
Is that good? Does it taste like a s'more? Does it taste like graham cracker and? It's just
Nope.
it's just a lot of
It
marshmallow.
tastes like a waffle
Do you
with
find-
marshmallow in it.
waffle.
pancake.
It's not waffle
Do you
Tuesday.
find that you just find money in PayPal?
Sometimes.
Like finding
yeah.
money is always great. It's like free money. Any money that you've forgotten about and then find again, it's bonus money.
Well, it's
Somebody's
like,
gotta eat this.
lots of times it's from like returns. Like you buy something with PayPal, you return it, you forget,
Yeah.
and like the money's just sitting there in PayPal. Like, what's? Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got like $20 here.
It's for you.
It's awesome.
Thanks.
It's always a good feeling.
I don't have a
remember
personal PayPal account.
One time when I was a kid,
Ah,
I must have been like 10 years old. I found a $20 bill at the grocery store. And I thought it was like the greatest moment in like a 10-year-old's life. I was like, I've got so much money. It's like I can never spend all this.
when the PS3 came out, I couldn't afford one, and I waited probably a year, and then I tried to buy one used on eBay, and I bidded on one successfully for £145, and I went to pay for it with PayPal, and I had £146 just sat in that account. That I didn't know about. I was like,
Perfect.
it was free. It was a
That's
free
like the happy
PlayStation.
tip. That's something I love about being a Canadian is that every winter when you put on your winter jacket for the first time, you always find cash in there. Like,
There's always money-
always
there's
like
always
a
money in the
$20
coat
bill
closet.
from something you left over from
Uh-oh,
last
he's going to
winter.
do it. He's going to do it.
No!
Don't, you're asshole.
I can hear people in the other room shouting, no.
I got this.
Do we not? All right, we all want to see what happens, right?
No, we
We all know
don't.
what'll happen.
But I want to see
Save it
it.
for a slow-mo guys episode.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Oh shit! I was gonna say, Bungie finally started tweeting that they're gonna announce information about their next game, Destiny.
Didn't they have an ARG going or something?
Yeah, it just started, and they're gonna announce. They're gonna
Destiny.
make full information, or they're gonna make some information about the game available on the 17th.
It was very cool seeing all those screenshots from ODST where there's
Destiny
screens,
awaits.
Destiny awaits or something like that.
So that's
Good.
coming up on the 17th, and supposedly Sony's gonna have some kind of announcement on the 20th. Speculation is that it'll be like a PS4 announcement,
Dun dun dun.
It's pretty poorly kept secret, isn't it? Because
unless it's like something totally different.
they announced the PS3 on that same date, like the exact same date, and it's like there's other like coincidences along with that too. Coincidences, similarities between that. So, but yeah, I don't know. The thing that looking forward to next generation, the only thing that I'm upset about is the fact that the Wii U is actually a good platform, and I think people are just going to miss it completely because doesn't have enough good games on it, and it's probably not gonna. I
How
had
much
that
is a
feeling.
Wii U?
I think it's like $320
Ugh.
for the big unit, and then like $299 for the one that's only 4 gigs. I have no freaking clue what you store on it at all. I don't have any idea.
Well, you can. They have like a.
Here, I'll look it up.
You
Tell
can
what
buy
it is.
games online through like a virtual store, right? We can download games on demand.
Oh yeah. Is that what it is?
That's probably-
But then you can probably just. I mean, doesn't it really come down to what color you want in your house? Then you buy that one and get an upgrade for the memory unit.
The different colors don't come in different sizes.
No, the black is the better one, and the white is the cheaper one.
That's really dumb.
And I know because I have the white one.
That's racist.
Because I have the white one. I feel bad talking about this. Because it was just the one that was available before Christmas. That particular day that I went to look at it. I bought it because I thought for sure it was hardware. It was going to be out of stock. But man, that thing doesn't seem to be selling very well.
They're
That thing is
everywhere.
on shelves everywhere.
Do they all look alike?
The Wii.
Oh my god.
I see,
white
what,
one.
I see what
you're
you
doing.
did there.
Yes, the white ones all look alike. Hey, there's Joe.
Oh yeah, it's Joe's retirement.
So Joe is going to retire next week, and you'll see that we gave him a gold. That is creepy. That is unbelievably creepy.
Yeah.
Joe's not here. He's superimposed. I don't know why we had to ruin that illusion immediately. Joe is sleeping on his bed over there, and so the tech team decided to superimpose him, and that
cute.
works really fucking
It looks
well.
really
Yeah.
good.
And the fact that he's in the same room means he responds to noise we make when we slam stuff.
Yeah. But Joe is officially being retired next week. He's going to come and live with me in my new house.
He's wearing a little.
You gave him his retirement present a little early.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to get a gold watch when you retire, but Joe's got a bling like gold collar. If we can cut back to the wide where Joe is sitting.
What angle is that?
Oh, I think they zoomed out because I was flipping pancakes and getting close.
Yeah. Joe.
Yeah.
Let's see Joe.
Do the Joe.
Nope.
No, I guess we're not going
It's
to do it. I think it's too much effort.
we blew it.
It was expensive every second, so we've
Yeah.
spent all our budget now.
So I was just looking on Twitter at what people were asking about, and somebody asked me about a story apparently I told a long time ago, but didn't finish, which was Matt, who was on the podcast like 4 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago?
200.
5
Or
weeks?
200. Yeah,
Yeah.
podcast 200. Matt, when we were in college one time, made the stupidest claim, and he is stuck with it to this day, is that he says that red cotton shirts are softer than all other kinds of shirts because it's just red cotton is softer. And he believes that, firmly believes that. Like red cotton is.
Well, where does
different
red
kind of
come
cotton.
from?
Who the fuck knows? What do you mean? Where
Wouldn't
does
it
red
just
come
be?
from?
Oh my God! Sorry, that's good.
You know, for those of you watching the audio podcast, I just superimposed Joe on the video, much bigger
Triple
than the
the
rest of
size
us.
he was before.
That's why he's got to retire.
giant cat.
He's catastrophic.
They were also pretty happy back there. But you can see Joe's, I keep calling him Joel, Joe's bling collar. that
Feed
he's
Joel
got.
some waffles.
All right. Hey, Alan, how is that macadamia nut pancake? All right, I'm going to make another one.
Awesome. All right.
So, but like every
So-
color has to come from somewhere, right?
It's dyes.
Gavin, what
Yeah, but
do
where-
you mean?
where did they get
What
it?
do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, okay, so
Where
say
does red dye come from?
no, yeah.
You're asking where colors come from now.
Okay, so there's cave dudes all around.
Go
cave
ahead.
Men and women. Someone's like, I want a red cup. Or
Probably a
something.
cave woman, let's be honest. Because the guy wouldn't care what color cup he has.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
But where did they get it? Where was the first red?
Why do you assume they have a red cup? First of
Where
all,
was
I
the
don't know.
fir- where
have
was
you
the
ever
first
seen
red?
red in nature?
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
right. So
That's it. That's the whole answer. There's no other answer.
they just grind up the things that are red.
So I want to say, you know red food coloring?
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it's red. The only way, like red food coloring is a very difficult color to make and make it edible. And I want to say the only source for red food dye is like this one specific beetle that from South America that they have to like grind up and extract the red color from it.
Delicious.
Because it's
it.
it's edible and it's the only thing that'll make
Call me
food
crazy.
actually
Isn't
red.
blood red? I mean,
Yeah, but I think you can
What they
fucking
do is
color
they
your
scrape
food
shingles.
with blood.
Yeah,
They
go
scrape
ahead.
shingles off of Gus's leg.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
disgusting.
Blood dries kind of brown though, doesn't it?
what?
Blood's brown when it's dry.
I guess so. But isn't food coloring wet? I mean, isn't that the whole point of it? Well,
So-
by the way, what is red velvet? And why is red velvet in everything now?
It's just red chocolate, right? Chocolate that's dyed red?
Yeah, it's right. It's chocolate, isn't
Right,
it?
yeah.
And they just act like it's not. Like it's something that's red. Red flavored. What is that?
I think it's just a red chocolate cake.
It seems like every couple of years they invent something that you've never seen before, but then it's everywhere all of a sudden. Like red velvet. I'm sure red velvet existed before, but it's like now it's in fucking everything.
Or tilapia.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
tilapia.
tilapia's
Wait,
like from
what?
nowhere. I don't even eat fish.
There's red velvet tilapia.
Yes, you never had it? It's delicious.
No. What's up? Hey, Joe. Yeah,
never
I
heard
can't
of
really
it
hold them because
before.
I'm
Yeah,
making
careful
waffles.
with the griddle.
Ooh,
Bring them over here.
Put them over the top of the pancake.
Come over here.
You got it.
Oh, I ordered him a party hat for next week. So next week is going to be Joe's retirement party. We were going to do it this week, but tune in next week and we're going to have a retirement banner. We're going to have a big
Just
send
not
off
this
for
week?
Joe. No, we're not doing it this week. Nope.
Because of Mardi Gras and pancakes, Stroke Tuesday.
Yeah, apparently we now have theme podcasts, and this was too many themes.
Kara,
for one
Kara
week.
texted me last night. She's like, "Oh my God, I forgot that tomorrow's Fat Tuesday. Can I decorate the podcast set?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, go for it."
We should also, if you missed it before, point out that it's also Brandon's birthday today. So happy birthday to Brandon, who works very hard on the podcast, taking credit for all the work that everyone
He said the
else does.
pancakes were awful. Awesome.
Small one example. I'll make it one of these white chocolate macadamia ones now.
Did you already get one?
Not gonna
Kyle?
lie, this was delicious. I feel
you
a
did? Oh,
little
that's
bit
right, yeah.
sick after finishing this.
Yeah.
You feel a little sick? Well,
Sickly.
somebody got upset because they noticed that I kind of like ate one of the chips or, whatever.
So was there any more to the story, or just like Matt thinks that red cotton is softer?
Oh no, he's a jackass. He's a fucking idiot. I mean, I don't know why he thinks that, and he sticks to it. Although it was a reason I brought it up was something he said that I always disagreed with. It was actually proven true to me this month, which is I now basically split half my time between Los Angeles and Austin. So that's why I've been gone from the podcast the last couple of weeks. I've actually been out. The big things we're working on, talking to TV networks about putting Immersion Season 2 on TV. I'd be curious to know what people think about that, if that's a good idea or not. There's been a lot of interest in it. Anyway, there's a lot of developments out there, a lot of things we're working on. There'll be more news about that later. But I've been spending a lot of time in LA cars and LA traffic as a result. And Matt has always said that LA traffic is not as bad as Austin traffic. And LA traffic's like notorious for being the worst in the world.
Yeah.
You know, there's miles and miles of car. And I always laughed at him about it, but guess what? He's absolutely right.
Well, it's okay.
LA traffic is better than Austin traffic. I got back to Austin, fucking traffic
Well,
jams.
there's fucking 2 highways in Austin that go north-south.
That's true.
And in LA, how many are there? 6?
Well, it's also a much
Probably
bigger
more than
area.
6.
Yeah.
Oh, I just scared Joe. So I now have I can't stand up because I'm pinned in, but there's like a cat still
Yeah.
in my lap.
He
You've got-
sheds like crazy.
You've got ginger pubes now.
Got like fucking fur everywhere. He had to make me regret having him here one last
Guess
time.
you're gonna miss him.
No, I thought I was, and I had him in my lap, and now I realize I'm really
How did you feel about Finch?
not going to.
Same.
Yeah.
What happened to Finch? Oh, really?
No, Finch. Finch was a cat that I had. Like Joe's the exact opposite. Finch was a cat that I had that she would be nicer to everybody else, but me. She would not let me touch her. Because
Just like every other woman.
what? So I'd cook for her and I'd look at her off camera. No, I was equating Gavin to being a woman. But I would. I had such a good run going with these pancakes, and I just
Did your grill turn
I
on?
mushed one. Oh, did it? No, I just enough time. Barbara's insult was too scathing.
It was the real burn.
What's that?
That was the real burn.
Nah, I wasn't listening to you. You have less Twitter followers than I do, so I wasn't listening at all. That joke's getting old now, I guess. I forget what were we talking about just now.
I don't know.
Finch. So we brought Finch to the office. That was the first cat that we brought to the office, and for whatever reason, Finch took a. Do you remember who she loved?
Nathan.
She fucking loved Nathan.
Wouldn't she just sit behind him?
She would sit behind him on the chair. He would have to sit on the very edge of his chair looking like this every day.
She would lay there behind him, like right behind the small of his back, and she would just lay there for 8 hours, and Nathan would be like all the way forward in his chair, and we kept saying, Nathan, do you want us to move the cat? He'd go, no, it's okay. You know, it's fine. Because Nathan's so super quiet. That was in the Buda office.
Yeah.
So when we moved to Congress, I guess we just determined Finch was not going to come with us, and so it's actually my ex-mother-in-law. Is that the way it works?
Ex-mother-in-law.
Ex-mother-in-law.
Ex-mother-in-law? Yeah, she took Finch.
Do you have to be married to have an in-law?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you
if
don't
you're-
have to be married to be an outlaw.
Oh.
But what if, if you get that reaction, it's not working. So no, so
What if my
if your
brother
brother
married
gets
someone?
married, you have a sister-in-law.
Oh.
No, you don't have to be married.
Okay.
She would be your sister-in-law.
Yeah. But
But her mother would be nothing to
that
you.
wouldn't be your mother-in-law, no.
Yeah. And you would definitely be her brother-in-law.
In-law. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we have these distinctions?
Yeah, they're not anything, are they?
No.
No,
people
because
always
it fucking
need to
explains
define.
the relationship.
People need to define
Did you ever
things.
have as a kid, like, oh, this is Uncle Marg?
Uncle Mug.
I was going to say Uncle Margaret. Like Auntie Margaret, but she's not actually your auntie.
Yes.
Yeah. Weird,
Yeah.
right?
Well, my parents waited very long to have me. My parents had me when they were 45.
They waited very long.
Yeah, they did. What's that mean?
Is that a real sentence?
They waited
Yeah.
very
They waited
long.
very long?
They were old.
Waited a long time?
Well, okay, they waited a long time. They were
waited
waiting
till
for
the
red
Shrove.
cups because they were cave people. They got their red cups at 45.
They
My
did a
dad
long
was
age.
45. My mom was 38 when she had me. So I was always offset from generations in my family. I had a Aunt Cinda who was actually my cousin, but she was like 40 when I was 10. So
Yeah.
it was all fucked up. So we called her Aunt Cinda, but she was my cousin.
It's weird when people have aunts and uncles who are like 5-6 years older than them.
I have a couple like that.
Yeah.
We're like
weird.
almost the same age.
It's weird to me.
You have uncles that way?
I
Yeah.
have an aunt who's
You-
like.
You're the exact opposite, though. Your parents were how old when they had you?
19.
That's fucking crazy.
Both of your parents?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can
So
you-
I think about it sometimes. It's like if I had a teenager right now.
And you were the first kid?
Yeah.
So you ruined their lives?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to scare the shit out of you here a little bit. You're saying what would be like if you had a teenager? I actually think you would be a good parent to a teenager because you would tell them to shut up constantly. Can you imagine Gavin with a 5-year-old? That is fucking impossible to
Gavin is
imagine.
a 5-year-old.
I know.
Oh, we'd have such fun. I'd have a little buddy.
No.
It'd be like Michael.
You'd have him do stuff in
You have your
Minecraft
own
for
little
you.
Michael.
You say
Yeah.
it like you would put out food in a bowl, like on the floor for like.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
I would treat it like a pet.
Would you?
Yeah.
If you had a 5-year-old, would you treat it like a pet?
Yeah. I'd probably hang out with it like an hour a day and then give it to someone.
That's not how you treat a
No,
pet
I
either,
think-
by the way.
I think Gavin-
That's even horrible for a pet.
I think Gavin would be a really good dad, actually. I think he would step it up.
Think so? He keeps trying to throw balloons on a grill.
But the kid would love that.
Wow,
This thing must be off.
This thing is not working.
Something happened all of a sudden.
You blew a fuse. Who is the unluckiest dude you
Can you
know?
turn it off and on?
I don't know. I'll figure it
The
out.
unlucky.
It's not a computer.
It works sometimes. Maybe it's on a timer.
No, I believe
Oh.
it would work. I would believe that it would work.
Maybe there is a computer in there.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Gus. Maybe it
Do you-
does have a timer.
Do you know anyone who has just really crap luck?
I don't think so.
I want to say yeah.
Yeah,
I know somebody's really incredibly good luck.
yeah.
You?
You.
Why?
You have incredibly good luck.
What are you on about?
What are you on about? Look
No.
at your life, you,
You wanted to get a
asshole.
work visa, so you just made a YouTube channel
You're a celebrity who.
to be a celebrity.
Not to take anything away, that what you do is not based in talent or skill or anything like that. But you are one of the most fortunate people I know.
All you have to do is fuck one TV chef, and look where you are.
Will that be a lesson to you?
Shout out to Simon Hopkinson.
You only have to foster one banana.
By the way, you totally called that dude out because people are going to find his book.
Yeah, my name's in the book. Go and find it.
Yeah, they're going to find it.
It's called The Good Cook.
the good
Good
cookbook.
Cook.
They're going to write this guy letters. I'm going to get him on the
Yeah,
podcast.
he's gonna watch the podcast.
They're gonna
the
find
video.
pictures of him and put you and him in little hearts everywhere. He's gonna be your Valentine.
All right, so I knew a dude. I am pretty lucky. I'm appreciative of my life. I've had a good one. If I died tomorrow, I would've-
don't tease us.
I've had a good one.
Tease it.
Tease it. I knew a dude. I don't know if you ever had this, but when you're at school, like when everyone's young, there's only a few people who don't have parents. Like most people have both of their parents. It's a normal kind of thing. There's this one guy who, I think when he was 7, his dad died, and he was like the kid with no dad, and it's kind of sad. Then
Made it worse. Did you guys call him that? The kid with no
No,
dad?
it was just like everyone knew. It was like, don't mention his dad and stuff. Then, I think when he was 12, his sister died in a car crash.
That's
Oh
fucked
my
up.
God.
When he's 15, his mum died of cancer. And just recently, probably when I was still at school with him, I was probably 18, he was 17 or something. His girlfriend got hit by a car and died.
Wow.
He lost 4 people by the time he was 18.
That is unlucky in the true sense. Like, that
He
is
must have
unfortunate.
felt like he was cursed. Like, would he ever want to get close to anyone?
Yeah, if he doesn't even bother to get close to anyone, he's like, well, they're just gonna die
Yeah.
anyway.
He lost every member of his family and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mental.
That's tough.
Yeah. How would you even deal with
There
that?
was a couple in Montreal who they went out to dinner and they were sitting outside at a patio, and it was the night that he was going to propose to her, and somehow there was a piece of the building that was loose and it had fallen down onto the patio and crushed this girl and killed her instantly. And that was probably the most depressing
This sounds
story.
like an urban legend. This
No.
sounds like some Final Destination shit.
This is completely true. It happened, I want to say 2009, 2010.
Why would that be an
maybe.
urban legend? Like, what would be the hook there?
I don't know.
It's just a piece of the
you
siding
can
on the
still eat
building.
at that restaurant. Ooh, it's your ghost. I don't know.
No, I mean, people don't really like to sit outside at that restaurant anymore, that's for sure. It's pretty terrifying.
I actually have that in. This is like what we once again have reached the death portion.
it was
of the
only with
podcast.
you. It's when you're here.
Listen, I didn't bring it up. He brought it up. But this is same thing happened. I'll just so we get off the
Do
topic.
you not think you're lucky?
No, I do. I think I'm lucky.
At least we
But you're the
acknowledge it.
luckiest person I know.
How am I more lucky than you are?
I don't know. I mean, I try. Like, it takes effort to get to this shitty level of me. You're like, whatever. Fuck it.
This is my thing. This is
Gavin,
my.
you don't turn on the lights to get dressed. You get dressed
Why?
in pitch black.
I get dressed in the dark.
Yeah,
too.
Pitch black. He doesn't even know what he's
Yeah.
wearing until he leaves.
Yeah.
I know what I look like.
Yeah.
I keep all of my clothes in a line in the closet, so I just pick the next one down the
Gus,
line.
stay out of the, no one's arguing
Just-
that you're
I'm
lucky.
just saying.
Nobody.
You got some nicer shirts
I
though
have
recently.
I just have 2 piles. I just take the top
2
thing.
piles. Like
Yeah.
I'm not that bad.
I totally
Used,
believe that.
Worn things, and one pile will grow, and I just wash that pile, and then it's the new pile. It just works like that.
Yeah. Speaking of clothes, you have a new shirt on today.
Yeah.
X-ray and Vab
This is probably
shirt.
the weirdest origin of a shirt ever.
You guys
Like,
just
this
did
isn't
achievement
even-
videos together?
This isn't even from a shirt. This is from an achievement guide where I asked Ray if anyone ever called him X-Ray. And when I was doing a mic check, I said, this is Gav. I just messed up my name. And that's now a shirt.
Yep.
A failed mic check and a dumb joke.
So that artwork was
So
done.
that pretty much describes Rooster Teeth. Yeah. No joke and a fail mic check.
The artwork was done by the same guy who did the Christmas poster.
Patrick?
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah.
I think he also collaborated with Tom. Didn't Tom do some work on it as well?
Him
Yeah.
and Tom worked together on
And
that.
Tom
yeah.
did all the background.
Who was our
Okay.
junior designer.
And the text. But I really want to wear that suit now. I think I'm going
You
to
should get it.
dress.
It's a Halloween costume.
I think
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
the
dress as-
dick you dressed up as was
Yeah.
a great costume and all, but I think this
You're not
is
going to
better.
top it.
That's the worst
This
thing
is
about.
like Captain Quebec.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Only it's a British
it's
flag
British.
instead of a
I think next
Quebecois
Halloween I'll
flag.
dress up as Vav.
You
I'm
should
not
do
sure
that.
what my.
You guys should do that at RTX
Yeah?
this year and get a photo up.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
Where can we go to get like a custom superhero suit made?
Well, Matt's wife made Captain Dynamic.
I guess so. That's true.
She
Yeah.
could probably whip up an X-ray and Vav.
Oh, totally.
She has skills.
All right.
I'm assuming people are going to cosplay as X-Ray and Vab for RTX.
I hope so. Maybe we'll give a prize to
If
the
you're
best.
listening and you're coming to RTX, Do it.
So,
Someone on Twitter just told me we're competing with the State of the Union address.
yeah, the State of the Union address was also tonight. The State of the Union address is also competing with Fat Tuesdays.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
What the fuck are you looking up? Acknowledgements?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Oh, did someone send the acknowledgements picture already?
That's so funny. So Gavin has up on the screen the acknowledgments from this guy's cookbook.
That's
It's a ton of
amazing.
names.
How do they find that
The
so fast?
internet, man.
It's a ton of names and all the stuff they did for him, like in great detail. And at the end, it just says, and Gavin.
It's literally the last thing on the page.
Who sent this to us? Did you see their Twitter handle?
I
Yeah,
can't
we
find
should
it.
definitely acknowledge who acknowledged us.
How do I go backspace?
Escape?
Yo, dog, I
Escape.
heard you like acknowledgements.
All right, I'm going to try this pancake, I think. So this griddle does shut off, I guess, after so many minutes.
See, so rebooting it worked, huh?
It did actually. It did work.
Exit full screen.
Reboot the griddle.
So today I had a funny thing where I went through, and somebody made a good point to me. They just wrote on Twitter, somebody watching the live stream. They pointed out that if immersion goes
Minchie.
to TV, it'll make it harder for people in Canada and the UK to watch it. I did not think about that aspect of it.
Yeah,
That would-
TV's tough because anything that's on in the US, they block it in the UK. I struggle with that all the time.
Yeah.
I can't even watch stuff that's on BBC now over here. BBC iPlayer doesn't work over here.
I think the networks that we're talking to in particular would be okay with like a very strong web presence though too.
Yeah. What if it was aired like on the website like a week after on a week
Well,
delay?
let's see, yeah.
Yeah.
Or their website.
Or their
It's-
website.
I mean, once we start going on this road, it's a whole different process, you know. We always thought we'd entertain like doing more formal productions, like in a traditional sense.
Yeah.
More so with feature films and movies, because we have a bunch of those that we'd like to make too. But then, I mean, immersion was just one of those things that always seemed like such a perfect fit for TV. Immersion in particular.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know, don't panic, anybody. We're still looking into it. Anyway, it would take a while to get stuff done. And the big thing for us is that we're not going to sit on an idea while we wait for someone in TV to figure out if they want to put it on or not. We'd rather just put it on ourselves if it comes down to that. So we got to look at it.
When you mentioned the BBC, I remembered when I was in Vegas. I normally don't watch cable, but there was cable in my hotel room, so I had it like on BBC America or something, and they played a commercial for a TV show I'd never heard of. It's a Gordon Ramsay cooking show, but they take him to a prison, and he has to help improve a prison kitchen and teach prisoners how to cook food.
He
It's
must
like,
have a record for
it's
the
like Ramsay
most.
behind bars or some
Good
shit. I was like,
Lord.
oh my god,
my
how many of these
God.
fucking shows does he have?
So he's got Hell's Kitchen. He's got Kitchen Nightmares. He's
Hotel Hell.
Hotel Hell. I forgot about that one. Yeah, he's all over the
Have
guy.
you seen Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen in the UK versus Hell's Kitchen in America?
He's
I've seen
ridiculous.
Kitchen Nightmares.
I think I've talked about this before,
Oh,
but
yeah,
the
Kitchen
American
Nightmares.
audience, I guess they have the attention span of a lemon or something,
Take
but they
it fucking easy.
Yeah, our audience.
do?
There are
Easy.
people watching you right now. Lemons.
The
He called you a fucking.
the attention span. All right, listen, lemons. The attention span of the US must. I think.
I like bikes. Do you ever ride a bike?
I think in the span of 5 seconds.
See what you did there.
In
Go
the
ahead.
span of about 5 seconds, I think I saw 30 cuts. And then
Yeah.
they would make a cut to something else, and if there wasn't anything to cut to, they would cut and then flip the colors, so it was like a negative image, and then flip back.
Would they slow-mo it too?
It was ridiculous. Hell's Kitchen in the US versus the UK is retarded.
But yeah, he's a completely different person on Kitchen Nightmares is what I was thinking of in the UK.
I want reality to be relatable. In every reality show in the US is completely unwatchable to me because it's just like, and everyone's like, hey, look at me, hey, you talking, I'm talking now, woo.
You mean like you right now?
Yeah.
I'm going to give a white chocolate
like me right
macadamia pancake to somebody in the control room.
I thought you were gonna eat that.
No, I don't want to.
You just want to eat that ruined pancake.
I'm going back. I probably won't be on next week's podcast. I got to go back to Los Angeles because we're nominated for a Streamy.
We are.
We can't vote anymore for that, but thank you to everyone who voted for Red versus
when are the
Blue.
streamies?
They're going to be Sunday. They'll be live streamed.
Saturday.
Saturday? No, they're Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday at 3.
It's the 17th, whatever.
Yeah,
that is.
17th. You scared the hell out of me. Yeah, 17th. Valentine's Day is 14th. It's Thursday. So it's 17th is a Sunday, and it's at 3 p.m. Pacific. And so I'm pretty sure if it's the Web Awards, they'll be streaming some stuff.
We also have something else cool happening on the 14th. The W trailer is coming out for Ruby.
God, that's this week.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Thursday.
On
Yeah.
Thursday.
I'm excited.
So
Next Ruby trailer.
everyone
do-
who's been clamoring for it. here
One
it
of the
is.
fun things about working here is that, well, you can see everything before it comes out.
Yes.
And coming from a fan, that's cool. But I've stayed away from Ruby. I really want to experience that, like when it's all done.
I still haven't even
can't
seen
wait.
the trailer. I know it's on
Yeah.
the network. I just haven't gotten.
I don't want to see it until it's like it's all ready.
I think it's still being like just little things tweaked
So
just to make it perfect.
before we
but-
started the podcast,
Holy
I was
Christ.
showing Gavin my shingles. I was like, "You're gonna have to lick this," and you know, it's kind of trying to make him scared. And Monty walked in, and like stood right here and went, "What the fuck is wrong with your leg?" I don't know if he hadn't gotten the memo or what.
No, he
it was like
watches.
the most genuine reaction I've ever seen.
It looked worse.
Yeah.
I think you're getting worse. I think
gets
your leg
worse.
might come off.
It'll get better.
It's in the healing stage, right?
It doesn't hurt as much anymore. If that makes sense.
You don't have a numb arsehole anymore.
No.
Man, I'm getting absolutely blasted on Twitter because I said that I was afraid that we would leave out. I was afraid we were going to leave out people in Canada and UK, and everyone in Australia is mad that I left them out of the being left out list. So I'm sorry that we left you out of the you got
Everyone
left out.
who's not the
part.
U.S., just say that.
Listen, we're coming down to Australia. I just found out Jack's going down.
Jack is so excited. He
Jack's going down
cannot
twice
wait.
this year. You say that?
Is he going twice?
He's going to go for Supernova like in a month or two, I think. And then he's going down when it's going to be Gus, me, and Jack, and probably some other people, but we're the definites now,
I had a great time.
going to PAX Australia. You should come to PAX Australia.
I would definitely go. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Do you reckon?
I asked you if you wanted to go, and you said no because you went
I
last year.
didn't say no.
You said no. I was fucking there.
I said I've already been. Let someone who
That's
hasn't been
That's
go.
fucking no. Do
I
you
said-
want to go?
I don't like
I've
it
already
when Mommy
been.
and
I said
Daddy
I've already
fight.
been. If there's someone else who wants to go who hasn't been, they should say no. But I would definitely go. What are you on about?
But Mommy and Daddy are not fighting. Mommy and Dad are fighting with a fucking idiot kid they have. That's what's going on here. Brother's getting yelled
Could you
at.
fit an entire one of these in your gob?
Yep.
Can you?
No, well, I don't know.
Did you say in your bog?
No, listen,
Rob.
Gavin, the reason why I didn't eat the pancake is because I'm going to this award
I'll
show.
do it.
So it's like,
You don't have to swallow it. I want to see if you can fit it all
I'm
in
not
your
going
gob
to
at once.
fucking shove
That's
it.
what I told her also. You don't have to swallow it. That's you fit it all in there.
Would you pay me to do it?
That's
I would
terrible.
pay you to do it.
How much?
$25.
I'll do it.
Let's go.
Wow. You know, if you fit the whole thing in your mouth, Gus makes the entry in his memo.
Am I, am I
Only
allowed
if the
to fold
pancake
it?
releases.
You have to swallow it though.
Swallow it?
What does that mean?
This is thick. How are you supposed to swallow that?
Shove it all
You
in.
just said she didn't have to swallow it.
She does.
Oh, okay.
This is a really, really cool.
Oh, this is a great angle. Thumbs up.
Okay, I'm not gonna be able to swallow it all.
Wedge it in. All in. Don't choke. Oh, come on. You got to nibble on the end.
You remember how we said earlier that you can literally find a porn or fetish for anything? There is some guy watching this right now who's going, I can't believe this.
It's actually happened.
What are the chances they would have pancakes and Barbara in the same day?
There's a guy here munching off.
It's like Reddit/r/sex pancakes.
Go for this. Go for $25. Go for it.
You know, it's like Barbara doesn't even know that Photoshop exists. It's like she just lives in a world where she can just ignore that fact.
Yes, that fixes it. That makes it all better.
All right, what else do we need to talk about?
See, we talked about Mass Effect 3. We did the shingle thing. I told you my embarrassing secret about keeping memos.
Okay, can we do some Rooster Teeth updates on some stuff?
Sure.
Okay, as you guys heard, the Ruby trailer is coming out this week. You guys hopefully know the status now of Immersion. I would say we'll probably know exactly what's going on with Immersion by the time PAX East rolls around. That's the end of March.
Yeah.
We'll have definitive, we're not going to wait any longer on anything like that. So we'll know what's going one way or the other. The other question people keep asking about is about a production we've mentioned occasionally called Day 5. We shot it at of some scenes for that at RTX last year with 1,800 extras. That is really cool. We do have stuff in the works for that. We just can't talk about it yet, but I wouldn't expect anything on that till probably even RVB Season 11 starts. It'll probably be closer to RTX. You'll see some stuff related to Day 5. Maybe sooner, but I wouldn't expect it before that.
I suddenly don't like pancakes anymore.
No, you're done?
Yeah.
So I've been trying to figure out, I had a poll for sponsors on the website that I made a journal for yesterday, asking what their preferred time for podcast start time was to make sure we're still hitting a time that's agreeable for everyone.
Yeah.
And it seemed like most people were happy with the 6 to 8 p.m. start time, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
So we're staying?
I think we're gonna keep our start time as late in the day as it is.
When I went
but
back to the UK,
we-
I watched the live one that I missed, and it was actually all right. You have to step,
Kinda late.
Kind of late, but it's not too. It's not like 4 a.m. It's
Yeah.
not the boundary between morning.
We may move the day of the week. We're investigating that, so we may move podcast release day. But
This is good.
We're trying to figure that out. So hopefully we'll have news on that here pretty soon.
Awesome. Woo!
And I think that covers everything. Rooster Teeth Achievement Hunter still going good?
It's going very well.
Great. Okay, good.
We have that.
You all had some technical problems yesterday.
Oh, with the power goes off. We got so many people crammed in such a small room that I forgot about this. But if we turn the lights on while everyone's capturing, we lose the whole room.
Yeah, my first question is why you didn't have UPSs? It was a situation though where they were recording something, it went down, and it kind of killed the recording. So it's like you wanted to help, but you also didn't want to be like layering on to the obvious problem, you know?
Yeah.
Of like, why don't you have UPSs and stuff
Well,
like that?
when everyone piles in and says what you should have done.
Exactly. I didn't want to do that at all.
And if there's ever a situation where something like that happens, I just go out of the way. Because I'm a big believer in too many cooks and all that, and everyone's like, let me come in and state the obvious. Let me come in and do it even closer to you. And I just want to be out there.
Yeah.
But the thing was, like, I'm all covered. My UPS was fine. I'm smart. I had everything. I kept my footage. But the Xbox that hosts our Let's Play is always Jeff's Xbox. Because Achievement City is tied to his gamer tag. His Xbox was on a dead UPS. The battery was done.
That sucks.
So as soon as the power went off, we had Achievement City up for a second, and then it went down. So we lost all our progress in the Let's Play. So even if we had all our footage, we had to start again anyway.
Everyone looked so just like fucking bummed out after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tensions
well,
were
it
running
sucks 'cause
high.
It was like an hour.
Because everyone's
footage.
everyone's high energy during a Let's Play. Afterwards, it may not seem like it, but after an hour and a half of playing and trying to keep talking the whole time, you're kind of tired just by doing
And
it.
then to have to do that all over again
Yeah,
after.
we couldn't even do it. We fixed our problem, like you got us new
Yeah.
UPSs and stuff, but we couldn't do it that day because everyone was like, I'm
Everyone was
spent.
so upset.
Bummed out and also tired from the
Yeah.
Let's Play.
It's
Yeah.
really interesting seeing you guys do a video because usually you'll be quiet working on something, editing or something, and then you'll be like, all right, we got to record commentary for this. And Jeff will be like, all right, what's up, guys?
Yeah,
It's Jeff. And like all of a
everyone
sudden
just
his
ramps up.
voice is just like super high, and people don't
It's
realize
like
that. it
super
takes a lot-
high.
Super high. That's my universal symbol for
People
super
accuse
high.
us quite a lot of putting it on, like we're faking stuff. But I think it's just because of the behind the scenes. We have
That's
to
what
make
Barbara just said, basically.
No, I mean, it's not
But
fake.
we-
It's just.
It's because in the behind the scenes we're like screaming, but we're not really moving very much. But it's because we have to keep our mouths near the microphone.
Yeah.
So when I'm in shock, I'm like, I can't be like leaping out of my chair and going across the room.
me
I
tell you
have to
something.
be at the mic.
My office is right next to yours.
Yeah.
Essentially, I'm like in the
Very
conference room.
thin wall.
I fucking hate it. It's like just it's constant mayhem all the time over there. Especially when Michael records Rage Quit because he's nice enough. Michael does a really cool thing in that he records it at night after everyone is theoretically left. But a lot of times when I'm here, I end up working late, and it's like the walls like literally just start shaking when he's doing Rage Quit. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I leave. I quit the building.
Well, I had to one day when he did a rage quit during the day before, while people were still in the office. I had to interview someone for our PHP developer position in the office right next to where he records Rage Quit, and so there was all this screaming and banging and yelling. And I was like, "This is kind of typical for if you're working here. Are you okay if you had to work in this environment?" It was really like a trial by fire because on top of like, I guess being kind of nervous, then this person has to deal with all this yelling and distractions
Yeah,
at the
it's
same
kind of
time.
swearing behind her.
It's like it's an unorthodox company in that way, and there's stuff in the handbook that says that kind of thing. But what is the one thing you have to say first to say like there's a regular person coming in to interview for Rooster Teeth? What is the one thing you say first? Like, just so you know, there'll be a lot of. Is there like anything you go to typically?
There's several things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of swearing. There's a lot of nudity. There's a lot of things that.
There.
Do you ever just go? There's a lot of this.
Well, I change my clothes a lot in my office, so it's like.
Why?
Like today.
Because like today, I had to change my shirt. We were filming something here earlier.
Oh right, yeah.
So like I go to my office and I just change. It's
Why didn't you
like,
tell me you were changing?
hey, if you see it, you see it.
I turn around and all of a sudden I see Gus unbuttoning his shirt one by one.
And I was just maintaining
And
eye
you were just
contact with
staring at
Barbara the
me.
whole time.
I'm just like, what are you? Oh, you're taking off your shirt. Okay, I'll look this way. Just to give you some-
Have you ever been a guy who? I mean, there's always times when you're at school where you have to, where you whip off
Never happened.
your shirt. Have you ever been a shy dude in that respect, or have you always been like?
I used to be shy about it because I have really small nipples.
Do
And I
you?
was always really self-conscious
whip
about
that out.
Better
that.
than having two big nipples.
Whip out nips.
Is that
Whip-
true?
Whip out nips.
Way better.
What do you mean?
A
Like burger
person.
nips?
They're bigger now, but I feel like
person-
they were smaller when I was.
How did they get bigger? What
How is
have
the
you
camera
done?
not cutting
Do we have a
Gus?
close up on the? Let's.
There we
whip
go.
it.
We got it. They're pretty small.
Oh, we got a close up coming. Hold it.
Oh, go. You're talking to me.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
got-
Looks like a normal nip.
Does it?
You have
That
a very normal nipple.
Totally justifies making a video podcast.
Well,
You know
this
someone
is
has
Mardi Gras. That's your Mardi Gras flag. Give me some beads.
That's right. I should throw you some beads, shouldn't
So
I?
I used to be subconscious about my nipples because I thought they were really small. So yeah,
Just zoomed in on Gus's nipple.
obviously
Very,
that's
very
long gone. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I would describe that in detail to our audio podcast listeners, but I really don't want to do
You have
that.
very normal sized nipples. Hulk Hogan has teeny
Thank you.
tiny little.
Did you have a set moment in your
Huge
life
pecs.
where you decided just not to care as much? Because I definitely did. I used to be, I'm still shy around girls, and I'm probably going to keep that up forever. But everything else, it's easy not to care.
So
be
you have a
shy
set
around
moment? What was it?
Gavin,
Just decided one day, I was like,
can I give you a piece of advice that might
Yeah.
help? You should approach it like this. So you love making yourself look stupid in every other regard. Like you will take photos.
let me say it happens very naturally.
No, but you also take photos of yourself
Aw.
as ridiculously ugly as possible, and you
I
send
do
them.
do that.
You send them to me constantly.
But that's just to you.
When we're ever in the same room. No, but I mean, also, look at some of the slow-mo guys' videos where he's like with the lips and all
Yeah.
that. That was horrible. So just approach it like that. Just take the approach that it's funny to get rejected. Like go out one night and see how many times you get rejected in one night. Make a game of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I get
God, he
rejected
sounded
by,
horrified, didn't he, when I said that?
what if I get rejected by every single person and then I cry myself to sleep?
Would that- I don't think it would happen.
Okay.
I don't think it would
I'll
happen.
try it out one day.
I mean, wherever you go, there's probably going to be a chef there somewhere working in the back.
Once your self esteem is really
I
low,
wanna
go
say-
to a gay club
All right.
and you'll just get.
I'll do that. I want to say that chef that had the crush, nicest dude ever.
Well,
I wasn't
obviously,
freaked out at all. It
He was
like-
trying
it
to
was
get
kind
in
of,
your pants.
It was pleasant though. It wasn't creepy. Anyway, but what I was worried about is because stress has an actual effect, like a physical effect.
You know what
on-
the difference between getting hit on and being pleasant and being creepy is, right? That you're attracted to the person. That's
No, he
totally
was
the
like
difference.
50 years old.
Like every romantic comedy they've
was
ever
nice.
written
He was a
would be
queen.
like the most creepy stalker story ever if the two people weren't attractive and liked each other.
Oh,
Actually,
100%.
yeah,
But you just take out the fact that it was consensual and it's the creepiest thing in the world.
it would be
Yeah,
creepy as
it's like
hell.
it's a stalker movie.
But I was
Yeah.
worried about this. Like,
Like
stress.
say anything would be get this guy off the fucking lawn.
A lot of people are high stress a lot of the time, and they have heart attacks and stuff. Like, it has a physical effect on your
Yeah.
body. No?
Okay.
I was worried recently that I might be too relaxed. Like, am I teaching my body to become so relaxed that when one stressful situation does happen, I might die from it? Is it possible to be too chilled out?
I don't think so.
All right.
Although I will admit, there was a moment today when there was a scare, and Gavin seemed remarkably un-British in that moment, and it made me think like you were faking it this whole time.
What?
And then when the balloon popped, and you said in a completely non-British accent, the balloon popped, and Gavin goes, he was talking, he's like, right, what are you on about? This and that, the other thing. And then balloon pops, he goes, fuck a duck! I didn't even know that was a British expression. And it just
did do
came
that.
out so naturally, and with no accent whatsoever.
Then Kara started screaming.
Yeah, she had her
did.
classic Kara scream, which we heard in the.
Well, not caring,
one.
being relaxed and not caring is different to being startled. Now, if an explosion went off, I wouldn't be like, come at me, debris. I'd be under the couch.
Wouldn't that be great though if we found out that Gavin's not British?
I want
it's
you
just a
to,
complete joke he's put on for the last.
That was
10
something
years.
I wrote for my bio on the shorts. I said I was secretly from Nebraska. So I want you to read out, do you know Raptor?
Ego Raptor?
Just Raptor, the company.
Oh, Raptor, the
with-
gaming.
Yeah.
It's a gaming company
RAPTR?
where when you play a game, they update your Twitter
Yeah,
account.
it spams
and
your
stuff.
friends and lets them know.
Fucking
Are
hate it.
we sponsored by Raptor?
We are not
Okay,
currently
in
sponsored
that case,
by Raptor. And I get
over
the
the-
feeling we're not going to be ever.
We'll absolutely
Sorry,
not.
Alan, when you got hard.
I guess I signed up with that about 2 years ago, and then I found it annoying. And then everyone who signed up with that will auto-tweet what game they've
Yeah.
played in the last 24 hours. It's like, shut up.
Yep.
And to unsubscribe, this is the one company that does this. Usually you can unsubscribe and it says, you're done. We won't send you an email anymore. And usually I'm on my phone, and to unsubscribe to Raptor, you have to log in and unsubscribe. I don't remember my password for that thing. And so I've just been putting it off. Every time I get an email every week, I'm like, it's annoying. So I sent them this email. Do you want to read out what I sent them? Because I couldn't log in, this is what I replied to the email.
He replied back. Stop sending me emails, you fucking bunch of cunts. I don't know my login information and shouldn't have to use it to unsubscribe from tens of thousands of generic, shitty emails. I don't give a fuck about my Raptor score or anyone seeing my friend requests. or anyone seeing you typoed, fucking fuck off.
Fucking fuck off.
Fucking fuck off.
Right.
Sincerely, Gavin Free, sent from my iPhone.
Yeah, so-
they responded. They responded. Thank you for contacting Raptor support. We apologize for any inconvenience it may have caused you. Currently, we have disabled all your notifications. Blah, 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 blah.
It works.
Again, we apologize. It was not our intention to spam you with emails. Please feel free to contact us again if there's anything else we can do to assist you or if you have any questions or concerns.
A very professional reply.
Yeah.
It worked.
They
be
went the
fair.
high road.
It worked.
Yeah.
And also,
now you look like a jackass.
Yeah.
now,
Fair,
and then I
that's
felt like a
excellent
prick.
customer service.
So to that, I wrote, thanks.
You wrote thanks? You wrote
That
thanks.
makes it all better.
But it worked. I was
God.
happy that it worked. And now I don't have to deal with crappy spam emails from that.
So that goes back to the thing too. Gus, one thing we've learned over time is that individual people on the internet can be assholes. And so I had this thing on Facebook I was talking about earlier when I posted a picture of Ashley, and somebody who didn't know that I was divorced.
Who's Ashley, for people who don't know?
Ashley's my girlfriend.
Okay.
Barbara, am I overstepping my bounds by saying girlfriend? Is
No.
it appropriate to say that?
She is absolutely your
Okay.
girlfriend.
I go to Barbara all the time for like social etiquette stuff. So, so I posted a picture, and one guy didn't know it and freaked out and was like in the comments going, "How is everyone okay with this? Pretty married."
It's like you talked about the movie.
What?
The-
Yeah, exactly
it's
right.
Exactly, it's like, what's going on?
Exactly right. And it's just like one conversation, one person can make like
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of people, especially if they post a bunch of times. So my Facebook is my friends are people that I know.
Just
because-
subscribers.
And then I have subscribers.
Yeah.
So my friends were like, one of my friends texted me and goes, all these people are like freaked the fuck out on your Facebook thread about this stuff. It's all gone now, so you have to look at it. Don't bother. And they were like, this is like, it was like, this just goes to show how jaded I am to this stuff. Because they said, they're saying terrible things. And I go, oh shit. I go, I can't look at it. I haven't looked at it. I go, are they like trolling, getting in there? And like, well, they're doing really like offensive stuff. I go, are they posting pictures of it's like a Oriental girl shitting on herself? And they're like, no.
Is that your go-to? That's your go-to?
I was like, it's only
An Oriental girl shitting on her.
dumb girl.
Dude, Oriental is not the preferred nomenclature.
I know, Asian, sorry. No, Oriental. And then I said, oh, is it a bunch of old dudes blowing each other? They're like, no. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I go, well, what are they doing? Are they just like, I was like, shock images? What are they doing? And they said, well, they're just speculating why you're posting a picture of somebody that they don't know. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go erase that. I was realizing that I've been on the internet so long that like my way I interact with people versus my real life friends from like high school and stuff is totally fucking different. It was like,
Yeah.
well, their level of
got a
like
list.
offensive
Top
was
girl.
like they were speculating on my life, and that was offensive
you're
to my
like-
friends.
Top girl, lemon party, meat spin. What's wrong there?
Yeah, it's all okay.
They didn't do any of this. It's fine.
Yeah, goatsy doesn't exist anymore.
Imagine if that was a real life thing. That dude over there, he's being totally inappropriate. Is he whipping his dick out? Sam, what's wrong?
No, just being mean to people.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, but it was like, so we've dealt with that. But what I was going to say is that when you deal with people like on the internet, Gus and I over the years have dealt with complete and total assholes. And then we have had, I don't know, the experience, I guess you could say, of going to conventions and then meeting these actual people in real life where it's like, oh, hey, I'm like user XK4D, you know, on the site. And Gus and I are like, I stand up because
Yeah.
I know the Gus, he's told Gus, I'm going to punch Gus if I see him. It'll be funny, all this stuff, and I'm going to record it. And it's like, we're like ready for, I don't know what. And then the person's just like, oh, it's so funny. I'm just so happy to meet you. I'm a
Yeah,
really
can I
big
take a
fan."
picture with you? I'm like, what?
Yeah. They talk a lot of shit online, but then in person it's completely different.
Yeah, I remember. I think I know who you're talking about in particular. I remember like that incident happened. And then I was like, wow, this kid's like a lot shorter and younger than I thought. Like in my head, this is like a totally different experience than what it actually is in real life.
And that's one of the weird things about live events is to actually meet people in real life that we've experienced, like just basically through an avatar. There's a lot of people that even when they tell me their username, it's like I need to I ask them what their avatar is because I just associate those two things
Yeah.
so strongly together.
You always used to get mad on the old forums when people would change their
He still
avatars.
gets mad on the
I
third
get
side.
people change their avatars. I get mad.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Even on any social media thing, it's like I never change my avatar.
I know
It
that
takes
whenever
a
I
long time.
change mine, I'm going to leave it for at least a year, especially on Twitter, because I look at the picture way more than the name on Twitter. I don't know about you.
Is there any avatar you associate with Gavin or I?
Gavin's, I associate the nipple with the Santa
Santa
hat
hat?
on it.
I used to do a thing where, because I was 14, boobs were cool.
Well, boobs are always cool.
Boobs are always cool. You are
We
correct.
put that on the shirt. Boobs are always cool.
The first thing the other day to see of Gavin, like when he posted a video, it's like he's a teenager in his room in the UK. It's like a bunch of like hot girl posters. It was like such a teenage boy
I tell you
room.
why I did that. I was always scared.
People
that
thought you were gay?
Yeah, I was scared that my parents would think I was gay. So I littered my room with lesbians
So
kissing.
you
and, like,
overcompensated.
I'm sure once they hear the story of you and the chef, it's
Like
gonna
that.
make up.
I was afraid people think I was gay, so I put up gay pictures.
I put
of
up
two girls
lesbians
kissing.
all over
Put up
my-
lesbians. That makes you
weren't-
more straight
They were
somehow.
in their underwear, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, opposite gay makes straight, right? It's like two gays make a straight.
It's like negative.
Gays make it straight.
I don't know, Gavin. Why
That's
would
that-
you do
that's that
that?
new
Did you
math.
really feel that way growing up?
I was kind of worried about it.
It is so tempting to
Before-
psychoanalyze you.
Before, I had pictures of the Xbox had just come out, so I had a ton of Xbox pictures. I had like an amped poster on my
Yeah.
wall. I was like, this isn't getting me anywhere. They're going to think I'm a little bit gay.
Why
a
would
little
you be
bit gay.
concerned about that? Like, isn't the UK, isn't everyone way more comfortable with that, even in the teenage years?
Yeah, we're pretty accepting.
Yeah.
Gay marriage is not a big deal in any way.
So
But-
does the UK have gay marriage?
Yeah,
Okay.
Interesting.
it's fine.
Didn't they just make it legal in France? That was surprising to me.
The fact that it's a talking point over here was interesting to me when I moved here. It's like it's still up for
Yeah,
discussion.
the fact that it's a big deal anymore is
Well, I
shocking.
wash it away with like slavery and stuff.
What about
With slavery.
what? Yeah, it takes a little bit more progress than that. Guys, is gay marriage legal in Canada?
Yep.
Okay.
But isn't it weird, like how something, as soon as it becomes done, it's a part of history, and then it goes with all the old history stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the way time passing in
Yeah,
history
that's the way
But
works.
that's why I
History
just group it away. Like to me, it's amazing that you can kill people here. You can be executed
long as you
for a
bring it
crime.
Oh, actually, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
You mean the death
Capital,
penalty?
capital punishment. Yeah.
The death penalty, not like just you
Yeah.
kill someone
You
and
can't
be
just
like,
go willy nilly.
YOLO.
Willy
Drive-by.
nilly.
I
So
mean-
the video discussion we were just talking about with the shock image and stuff like that reminded me we had a discussion. I think it was with you, Gavin. We were talking about in pornography, like what's the worst thing that can happen? Like what's the worst thing you can see in a porn that'll make you like turn it off? And we determined that if ever a cup shows up in a porn video, was that it?
think
Like
we
the
were
most
the
benign
same
object.
thing.
But if a cup shows up in a porn video, it's just
Yeah.
get out. Just
As soon
hit
as it-
eject immediately.
Is it because of 2 Girls 1 Cup? Is that
No, it's just any cup. I mean, just think about any
In real
cup.
life,
Get him that trash.
No, it's okay.
Listen to him.
So what are you gonna say in real life?
Oh, that was horrifying.
in real life,
Don't think about it.
what we were saying was, this is probably an Elliot we were talking about this. If in real life you have to put a towel down, you know it's like you're kind of on the boundaries of being gross. In porn, if a cup comes out, that's like the porn equivalent of that.
Or you call it putting a towel
It was a struggle. It was a struggle for you to
It
tell the
was a
story.
struggle to keep my lunch down.
Where were we?
I'm just driving around LA.
Oh, God. Ugh.
I hate when you make those burp sounds.
Yeah, those burp sounds are like you always.
Yeah, it's right next to the mic.
I
As
know
well.
you're in trouble.
I'm so sorry, anyone listening. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they're saying gay marriage is not legal in the UK, Gavin.
What isn't it?
They said it was like civil union or something. What was it?
Well, it's legal in Canada, so shout out to my homies in Canada.
The UK civil partnerships are currently passing the same-sex marriage laws as we speak.
Okay.
Whatever. It's not like everyone freaking out about it.
Well, I mean, does it really? I mean, I just should say it doesn't really matter because obviously you want to
So
have
how
civil
did
rights.
Elton
and
John
everything
get
else. Is he a UK citizen?
I don't know. Did he do it over here?
Have you ever been watching? Have you ever been watching porn where it's all good, and then all of a sudden someone does something that just like instantly grosses you out, and you have to turn it off?
I'd say the cup is the big.
I'm not good with porn. I don't like it.
No?
That's a lie.
No.
That surprises me to hear that.
Brandon says that's when it gets good.
Like
Obviously.
people do stuff in
Brandon.
Brandon
porn.
gets another pancake for that.
People do stuff in porn that's really unpleasant. That I would never do with an actual girl.
Go ahead.
That's why you look for the kind you like.
People in porn, they like to spread things and then make everything open and then aim a camera down there. I don't like seeing that. I want to see inside someone. I don't want to see that.
You trust that it's all good in there.
I assume
go for a
everything's
full
fine.
inspection. You did just lick someone's diseased leg. So
Yeah,
That was a bet.
that was a bet. I'm going to pay
That
for my
was a bet.
bets, and I didn't have to do that. I could have just been a bitch about
Gavin, do you have sex with the lights on or off?
it. Both.
Do you prefer?
I don't mind. Lights on.
On.
Yeah.
You like to see it, everything.
Yeah. mirrors everywhere
You want a
Dirty.
pancake?
on the ceiling.
See, you're doing a me. You're just asking all these questions and not.
I am.
Well, you're not asking
No
him the
one's-
question back. You would get asked the question then not answer.
Yeah.
it.
No one's
go
interested in
ahead.
my answers to these
Have you ever put a towel down?
Yeah, sure. Why? Yeah, absolutely.
You have?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I was having sex with someone. Put a towel down.
Why were you putting the towel down?
She on a period?
There's a lot of different reasons. That's one of them.
That's a common thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I don't think the towel's that
It's not a
crazy.
cup.
It's not like
Which
yes,
yes,
it's
we've ever
no
busted
cup.
out a cup.
There
The
are
answer to
also
that would be
some.
no.
There are also some girls who get very excited.
That's another reason.
So you need a towel for those ladies.
Everybody's
Super
different, Gavin.
Super mingy.
Hyperhidrosis.
Mingy.
Hyperhidrosis.
They're frothing
I'll
at
take
the
it.
gash.
I'll accept that answer. All right, I'm looking up France gay marriage. Let's see what they got.
Someone's asking if we're drinking Stella. Well,
Yeah.
we have a couple of Stellas here.
I'm drinking a Stella.
We're drinking Abita. Well, I asked Kara to bring Abita since it's a Louisiana beer. I figured in honor of
Oh, for Mardi Gras.
Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras.
Abita.
Get some Abita beer.
I was drinking Stella. There you go.
I'm gonna probably destroy my Twitter feed here, but I just want to give an update just to let everybody know
Does honey spoil?
that I know this stuff because I think people feel compelled to tell me, not because they're trying to be funny, but just because they think I don't know it. Lindsay and I think, are both well aware that Fish McBites exist, and I have had Fish McBites, and they're delicious.
Yeah.
Also, what was the other thing that we were talking about? God.
Oh, we are not doing a fucking Harlem Shake video.
Oh, we're not going to do a Harlem Shake video?
No.
Okay.
Let's do one right now.
So tired of people asking that.
I
I think
we're
we kind of
too
missed
late.
that. We kind of missed that
If
window.
you don't get in there on
we,
day
plus,
one.
we don't do that. Like we've never done like
This is the
a video
Harlem
like
Shake.
that.
We very rarely do current event stuff. Like the
Yeah.
podcast is kind of like the most like current event thing that we
I am
do.
so sick of people asking about the fucking.
I will
I just
say-
fucked myself.
I know you are.
I will say there was a good one. Was it Matt
Why?
and Kim, that band?
I don't know.
Is it called that?
I don't
think they're-
fucking know.
I actually like them all. I think they're all good.
Anyway, there was one where it was just, there's two people in a band. I think it's Matt and Kim or something.
Yeah.
And it's just empty arena. And they're just doing it. And then on the cut, it goes, it's a full arena. I just love that jump cut to the same space, but totally different environment in that space. I like that kind of thing.
It's like what you did with the
With the stadium,
soccer
yeah.
thing, and the stadium also, yeah.
So, France is in the middle of approving it right now. That's how I knew about it. I just didn't remember the specifics of it.
Get with the times, France.
Jameson works a lot better when you drink. I got a bottle of Jameson at home. I can't wait to
God
go
damn.
get that.
Oh, the other thing is too. I'm very happy that people like Daisy and Silver Linings Playbook, because people tweet me about that all the
I
time
love
too.
Yeah.
I love Silver Linings Playbook.
You should read Daisy. It's good. No, Silver Linings Playbook is awesome. I would say that's the best movie of the year. But
You mean
Argo.
World War Z?
What?
World War Z?
Oh, it's a
No.
Daisy. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, World War Z, the book.
Okay, I was like,
I'm trying to think I should get royalties on World War Z because people every day like apparently pick up that book.
Man, I
because we
finally got
recommend it.
around to watching Argo.
Yeah.
Is that
the other
good?
day. Yeah, I bought it in HD, like HD download. It's a fucking good movie.
I didn't. Did anyone
some
come
may
up?
say it's our good.
Oh Jesus.
Damn it!
Don't
Lava.
go there.
How does...
Hey, did anybody talk about the PGAs that we went to? The Producers Guild Awards?
No, I don't think so.
Man, that. Oh Jesus,
I
Barbara.
was trying to do.
Wow.
She has her own soundboard
Jeez.
now for shitty jokes.
My phone was on silent, so it was.
So we went to the Producers Guild Awards. That was in Beverly Hills, and that was awesome because we were like nominated up against stuff like 30 Rock, which fucking won. Dexter, Game of Thrones was nominated for some stuff. Breaking Bad, and it was fun. That was a crazy event.
Yeah, there was
The
a lot
fact
of
that
big celebs
internet
there.
stuff is being grouped in with that kind of stuff is awesome.
Yeah, well, it's the start of it, right? So
Yeah,
that was
it's
pretty
the
cool.
beginning.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of times they're recognizing just the internet branch of mainstream media stuff, though, like the 30 Rock thing. That ended up
No,
winning.
well, they did nominate. The H Plus was nominated. That's a web series. Guild was nominated, and Red vs. Blue was nominated, and then also Dexter and 30 Rock. So I mean, we were nominated. I mean, that was a pretty cool thing, and it was like you're right. There were so many like. It was unbelievable because it was like at first it was like, holy shit, there's Jessica Alba like right there, giving an introduction, and then there's Jennifer Garner. Seriously, I guess the producers, it was not televised, and I guess producers really like to talk because each speech was like 15 minutes.
That's obnoxious.
It was long, and you know how like when you ever watch the Academy Awards ever, Gavin?
I don't really like awards.
Okay, well they have the awards, and it's always annoying. Award shows are always annoying because they dedicate so much goddamn time to the people presenting the awards and their stupid, shitty banter. Then the person who won gets like 10 seconds to talk, and they cut them off.
Right.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense. And then in the middle of it all, in the middle of the Academy Awards, they give a Lifetime Achievement Award to usually somebody who I'm sure absolutely deserves it. Most of the time, you don't know who they are, even though they're completely relevant and influential. And that's like usually a 15 to 20 minute speech. At the Producers Guild Awards, they gave out 6 of those awards.
Oh
To the lifetime?
6 commemorative, like, overall
Yeah.
achievement awards that weren't part of a category. They even gave one to a damn movie. Like, and so the producers came up. And it was like, you know how, like, in the Golden Globes, when Best Series wins, and this huge group of people goes up on
one
stage.
person talks.
One person talks? Nah, the Producers Guild Award. Everybody talked. Everybody went up to the mic and talked.
Did you understand the significance of an award before you started doing stuff like this?
Well, I think that, I guess, at first awards seem like, on the surface level, it seems like a reward for an accomplishment, right? But the actual, I think, function for an award is for discovery. Because then they publish about awards, and that's how people find out about stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about Homeland. I'd never heard about Homeland before.
Whenever I watched awards, I would think, well, this is a famous actor. They're already rich. They're already famous. An award, whatever. But it wasn't until I did the visa process where I realized that they're actually valuable in getting jobs and like getting into places you wouldn't be able to get without an award.
Well, we, at the DICE Awards, I've heard of Journey, the game. I've never seen what it looked like or played it.
Right.
It won a ton of awards, including Game of the Year. And now I'm just like, I really want to play Journey.
I bet a lot of people will play Walking Dead because it's more of a
And The
awards,
Walking
too.
Dead, which won a
So,
ton of awards.
Awards, I think, are very important in that regard for discovering new stuff. I remember I had never heard of The Sopranos until it won a shitload of awards, and then all of a sudden I
It
was
was the
watching
same
The Sopranos.
with The Office in the UK. It wasn't until it won a ton of BAFTAs that people started watching it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they first watched it, they thought it was a real documentary and just thought it was kind of weird that it was on TV.
Yeah, so I think it's important for that because especially now, I read a statistic that every minute on YouTube there is 72 hours of footage uploaded. So if you're gonna watch every single video ever posted on YouTube, you would fall 3 days behind every minute you try to do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's weird to think that
crazy.
there's actually some things that I can't catch up on. If I wanted to watch every episode of Saturday Night Live that ever went on, it'd be years before I finished.
Yeah.
If I wanted to listen to the entire Howard Stern show
What
from
year-
beginning to end, I'd be dead.
What
Or
Probably.
year
you
did
just
it
can't
start?
watch everything even. You just can't
Yeah.
watch like every show that's out now.
What
There's
year
not enough
did
time.
Saturday Night Live
It's like
begin?
76 or 77.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode. It's kind of weird.
Is it George Carlin, right?
Well, it was just called Saturday Night or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Live from New
New
York. It's Saturday night. That's why they say that.
And Chevy Chase said the first one.
Yep. You know, I got to tell you,
Very dated.
yes, people always talk about how the older Saturday Night Lives are better. Not at all.
No.
I mean, if you go back and watch that, like the John Belushi and Chevy Chase, I'm sure it was groundbreaking at the time. Not at all
But
interesting.
that's how you tell what was actually good comedy, is whether it holds up over time.
I totally agree with you.
It's a good
Like,
point.
that's why a lot of visual stuff holds up.
I'd say, not comparing what we do to Saturday Night Live, but I was really happy to see that most of the 10-year box set reviews talked about how the early stuff holds up.
Red vs. Blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was happy to see that.
Well, there's no, I mean, aside from, I think, like a reference to the Matrix or something, there's not really any topical stuff in Red vs. Blue.
No, I don't. I really reject making pop culture references
Yeah.
if I can avoid that. And also, the other thing, too, that always frustrates me about people when they go to watch Red vs. Blue, they explain, if they know what Red vs. Blue, but they won't watch it, they say, well, I don't like Halo. That's always the thing. It's like, you've obviously never watched the show.
Yeah.
If that would be
You
a
don't need
reason.
it.
That's how I started watching it. I'd never played Halo before, but my brothers did.
Yep.
And I started watching the show because they watched it, and I loved it, obviously.
Yeah.
And
I
all
wonder
it
if there's
is-
any Red vs. Blue fan in the world who doesn't know what Halo is. I mean, obviously, it'd be hard to not know what Halo is. But
it's possible that they started watching it just because they saw.
Well, we get emails from people fairly regularly who said they never played Halo and then they watched Red vs. Blue.
I'm not
again.
saying they never played it. I'm saying they don't know that the game Halo exists. Like,
Yeah.
they watch the show and just they don't know that it's based in something else.
They think it's a Beyonce song.
A Beyonce song, yeah.
But the fact that there's so many fans of Halo just gives an additional level of appreciation
Yeah.
for Red vs. Blue, but you don't need it there.
Yeah. I should tell you about the story of when I was on a jury for an awards thing. I was on a jury at a festival, and it was a games festival. There's Sundance, and there's like the indie version of Sundance called Slam Dance. Sundance started as an independent film festival, and it still is called independent, but it's like huge independent movies, like the ones the Weinsteins make. And so Slam Dance came on the scene. They have a Slam Dance film competition. One year they decided to have a games competition, and I was on the jury for the Slam Dance games competition. And we saw all these games. Gus, were you at Sundance that year? And I came back from the first day of presentations, and I said to everyone, I came back to we were at this lodge that we were staying in.
This is where we had Knife Car.
Yeah, we had Knife Car there. We can tell about that in a second. But I came back and I made everyone play this game, and it was a game called Narbacular Drop. and these guys had made it.
That was
And
the Portal thing.
You were a princess, and you could make demon gates. You could make a red demon gate and a blue demon gate. And they were like these squares with these demon heads on top. And if you made them, then you go through the red demon gate and come out the blue one. And then you could put them on the ceiling and the floor and drop through them and stuff like that. And I was like, this fucking mechanic is like Looney Tunes, like a hole, like the portable hole.
Yeah.
I go, this is fucking incredible.
It's like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit where he puts the hole on the...
Exactly.
And he has to put it on the magnet to get himself out.
And within like 10 seconds, I'm like putting it in the corner and running through the corner over and over again like that. And like looking at myself through these things, through the demon gates. And I remember I was on the jury and I went in and I said, I'm not going to vote. I said, obviously this Narbacular Drop game is the one that's got to win. This has got to win. This is like the greatest game. I said, these guys, kids, these college kids have made this incredible mechanic. It's unbelievable. And they literally, people were like, it wasn't about the games, I realized. It was about the festival and what did they want to portray as the festival. And they were like, well, do we want to be known as a game, as a festival that gives out their prize to subversive games or like games that people normally wouldn't play? And these guys at Narbacular Drop, they have a contract already with a game company called Valve. And I was like, oh, Valve? Really? Got them? And then that's the team that turned Narbacular Drop into Portal now. But it was like, the award, I'm really sad to say, went to somebody else. It went to, it was a good thing, but it wasn't the game that became Portal. It was a game where you were at this is going to make it sound terrible, but you were at a dinner and you were having a conversation at a dinner party.
It was actually a really good game.
It was. It was very like
you played it
contextual, and it really understood the context of the conversation. It would have been a really great game at like a GDC or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the end of the day, now in history, I don't think the festival exists anymore. They could have been the festival that kind of like broke, Portal to the rest of the world, and more people would have discovered it. Not that Portal needed it, but it was like always so weird to be. And if you go back to like the old like Narbacular Drop blog, you can see they're having conversations with me that I went up to them and was like,
really?
You guys have made the greatest fucking game ever. I love this fucking game. It's incredible. And they were just like a couple of college kids.
I think Portal went on to make an achievement called Narbacular Drop.
Did they?
Yeah.
I would assume there would be some sort of reference in there.
But that was one of the smart things.
It was a
Portal-
princess. You were a princess in the original game. It was all fantasy based.
One of the smart things Portal did.
Jeff would be excited.
As soon as they open the first portal, it's kind of to the side, so you can
see yourself.
immediately see yourself. And they mentioned that on the audio commentary of the game. It's like, this was probably the most important decision we made. Is so immediately you know what the situation is. It's not a doorway. It's literally you're going to come out where you.
Facing, yeah.
It's a portal.
The commentaries on Valve games are awesome.
I don't know why everyone hasn't done that. It's like theater mode. Why hasn't everyone done that already?
I don't know. Well, theater mode's a lot of technology.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
well, you can
difficult.
see that other like Call of Duty have tried to implement that. It's not so good.
Uncharted also.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
like a theater mode.
In
But
multiplayer.
you can't rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah, multiplayer.
Man, Gavin was talking about, last time I was on the podcast, you were talking about how you play GTA on the PC just to get theater mode.
Yeah. I bought the game again just so I could do replays.
And I've seen some of the mods that have come out for GTA. That game looks incredible. GTA 4, people are still modding it to be photorealistic, and they're constantly updating it.
Yeah, and then 5 got pushed to a September release, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
I'm sad about it.
That's pretty interesting.
This is coming out this year.
Gus, are you going to get them to come to show GTA at RTX?
We're talking to them.
You should totally do that.
Hopefully.
They're watching right now.
That would
If
be
you're
awesome.
watching Rockstar, bring GTA 5 to Austin.
would be
July
awesome.
6th and 7th.
Don't go to Australia. It's too far.
Yeah, come to ours.
Sorry, Australians.
You'll get it eventually. You're just fucking with them.
Well,
constantly.
people in Australia have to, they got to also realize the fact that when that game comes out there, it's not going to be the same game as in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
They gotta
They-
drive on a different side
Well, yeah, Barb, you have to drive on a different side.
of the car.
Like I follow the rules in GTA. But, Australia always nerfs violent content. They always
With Left 4 Dead 2, they even changed the cover of the game, where
They
instead of
did.
having the severed fingers, it was just a hand holding 2 fingers
And
up.
in the UK, they had to switch it, so it was
Oh,
going like
right.
this because
that's-
this is offensive.
That's an FU.
Is it?
They had to change it to
They
go
have
like
to do the
that.
piece.
Like this?
So what
Is
does
that
it?
insulting to someone?
Yeah. What does that mean over here?
You know what it means?
Yeah.
Nothing.
It means two.
But people do it. People like, and it's
Yeah,
not offensive. Two.
Or
No,
it
no, no.
means I'm gonna finger you.
Isn't that 3?
It's girth.
Not for some people.
Was that on your spreadsheet? How many fingers?
Yeah. It's like, Brandon liked that one. All right, well, we're going to wrap things up here pretty
Let's do
soon. You got anything else you want to hit up, Bernie?
Where do we want to eat?
I don't know. I just had a bunch of fucking pancakes.
Yeah, I'm all pancaked
Yeah, I'm
out.
full.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
happy
go to bed.
Pancake Day, everybody. That was fun.
Happy Film Day.
Hey.
Happy
Man,
Fat Tuesday.
Next time I want to grill on the podcast. That'd be awesome. And now we have a fancy new griddle that
So
we can
Joe
make food.
Joe retires next week.
Yeah.
So
Joe-
next week is Joe the Cat's retirement party.
Aw.
I'm
So-
trying not to call him Joe. I
And
want
you-
to call him Joe the Cat.
And you probably won't be here for it.
You bitch.
Okay, look, I'll make sure I'm here for Joe the Cat's retirement party.
All right. We'll
I'll
have you here
I'll
for,
double
for
check.
Joe the Cat. All right.
Oh wait, is it a Monday next week?
We haven't figured it out.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye,
Love you.
everybody.
I love you.
Hey, internet, want a pancake?
Hello everyone. Do you think I can fit the whole cat in my bum?
This is Burnie Burns.
I have a kitten in my bum.
Hey, I'm Jeff Ramsey.
Protect me, go!
Gus Sorola. Joel Heyman. Hello everyone.
Do you think I can fit the whole cat in my bum?
This is Burnie Burns.
I have a kitten in my bum.
Hey, I'm Jeff Ramsey.
Protect me, go!
Gus Sorola.